Welcome to Coach Hayes Football Live. He can talk about anything from high school to the pros. This guy knows the game, so you better not be half-stepping.
I can guarantee you most of the audience is going to agree with me before they agree with you.
Strap in, because Coach Hayes is about to
crack your cranium and fertilize your brain. Go ahead and right here, right now.
Subscribe now and check out CoachHayesFootball.com.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. Welcome to another great episode of Primetime Talk. LV in the building. Omega Red in the building. LV. If you want to join the membership, go ahead. The link is right here. She put it in the chat. All right. If you are an Apple user, make sure you go through your Safari browser. I believe Safari browser. You can't join through the YouTube app. So you have to go through the Apple or Safari browser and log on to your YouTube that way in order to join. Like I said, we got the Discord, aka the locker room in the building. We're gonna do some more things here coming up here during the season. We'll watch some games and stuff together. We got some other stuff going on. I'll make a couple of tweaks to the membership as well. And so go ahead and enjoy that as well. Also, before I go ahead and get started, A63 in the building. Shout out, boo! UGA for life. Surfer boy, what's going on? Also, college fantasy. I bring this up on the other shows, but I had to bring it up again today. The $25 leagues are filling up. We have a $50 as well as, hold on, I got to find the doggone thing first. Where is it? Here it is. All right, here we go. As well as we got a $100 league. Really quickly, it's a lot of fun. This is our third year. I believe it's our third year doing it in the building. If you want to go ahead and join, it's very simple. There's 3 different levels to it. There's a $25 league, wins you $225, $50 get you $450, $100 get you $900. All you have to do is cash out right here to Coach Hayes Football on Cash App. All right. Make sure you put your email address in the memo section. It's right here in red. Put your email address in the memo section as well. Okay. If you don't do that, I cannot send you the link to the league. Okay. And if you cash app and don't see this logo right here, then you donated your money to somebody else. If you want to join, you could join all 3 if you like. If you want to join 2, just separate them through Cash App. So if you want to join the 50, send the 51, then repeat that process and send maybe the 100 one. That way you can get in. I don't want to mix up the money. Also, make sure when I send it to you, I try to do it within the hour. Check for Fan Track Sports. That's where it'll be coming from. And check your spam folder as well. Any questions, please email me at coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. All right. It's a lot of fun. Make sure you go ahead. And if you sign up right now, we can definitely check it and I can go ahead and I'll give you a shout out for that as well. So make sure you go ahead and check out the Fantasy League of 24. It's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in doing so, man. So I appreciate it. All right. Let me take this off and let's get into the meat of this thing here. Oh my goodness. 30 people in the building and climbing. Last week, it was kind of 2 shows last week, but last week I talked about I guess you would call him a journalist. I don't know his actual title. I'm assuming he's a journalist, but we talked about Steve Crowder from Athlon Sports, who wrote this article in regards to the Colorado football program being like a real life Grand Theft Auto episode, guns, money, and all this foolishness. And again, I thought it was foolishness but I just think the Athlon Sports guy, Crowder, I believe his name is, Steve Crowder, he may be doing it just for clicks and views, right? Now, I understand the clickbait, the titles and all that. That's just part of the game, I guess. But slander is something different. That's what I call last week's episode, slander, candor, and cameras. And that's where the problem is. It's a lot of slander going on, a lot of things that is hearsay. Now, he says he has a source or whatever the case may be. I'm not a journalist. I don't know. Just a guy on YouTube talking about it. I guess my problem with the whole gun thing is that he clearly missed the mark when they talked about strapped up. Players today use the word strapped up, meaning I covered somebody. right? That's what we say back in the day. Now they say guarded, but I'm old, so it's covered. And he took that verbiage and strapped as meaning guns. That's a term we also used back in the day. Go get the strap. I'm strapped up. That's not what that means today. And if you watch the video, if you have this much brain, you could clearly understand that's what the players are talking about. They told Caleb Williams, you are the most strapped up player. He's a receiver. They mean he's the most covered guy, like locked down. I don't know how he couldn't understand the context of that, and you're a quote unquote journalist. And so to me, that's crazy. The second part of the press conference, what Coach Prime had the other day, was a gentleman from CBS Sports Denver. I didn't catch his name. Began to ask a question, and Coach Prime cut him off and said, "Hey, man, nah, we good. Nothing towards you, but the entity you work for, they filed for that." And I'm paraphrasing. I don't know the exact. I didn't write down the quotation. But apparently he was upset with something that CBS did. Now, here's what I will say. I'm not saying it's right or wrong because I really don't know, but what's the assumption that he's mad about? What are we assuming he's mad about? A lot of people came on the show and said that he was mad about they ranked him the second worst coach in the conference, in the Big 12 conference. That's what a lot of people are assuming that he's mad about. And he may very well be mad about that. I don't know. He has never come out and clarified that. It may be something bigger. It may be a business deal on the back end. I don't know. But taking it at face value, if that's what he's mad about, I'll talk about that here in a second. The other person that he went after was from the Denver Post and a journalist named Sean Keeler. And that's really the one that blew up really big. Was he's talking about, man, you don't like us, man. Why do you do this? And apparently Sean Keeler has written quite a few, I'll just call them negative articles. I have not read all of them about Colorado, Coach Prime, the program, and so forth and so on. And I guess I want to know from you guys, how do y'all feel about Coach Prime and how he handled it? I'll tell you my opinion, but I do want you to put that in the chat. How do you feel he handled the situation as being a head college football coach in a Power 5 conference? Do you think he handled it right or wrong? You could put a thumb up, thumb down, right, wrong. I don't know. Maybe I should have put a poll up. But matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. Put a poll up. Don't worry about it. Put it in the chat. Don't matter. Because what's done is done. It is what it is. So I think there's a lot of mixed emotion in this. A lot of people feel that he handled it the right way. There's a lot of people that feel like, you're being a crybaby. You can't handle the heat. Get out the kitchen. Here's what I'll say. If he's upset about being called the second worst coach in the conference, my opinion, I think it's sensitive. I do. That's just my opinion. Because that's their opinion, right? I think that's their opinion. Now, if he wanted to address the guy about it, and again, that guy particularly didn't write it. These are all branches of CBS Sports. So I don't know who wrote the original article of he's the worst or the second worst coach in Power 5 football. In the Big 12 conference. So, I mean, if he's mad about that with CBS Sports, then so be it. I mean, he could address it. And when he talked to the reporter, whoever his name, I didn't catch his name. He could say, "Hey, man, y'all did it dirty." Again, this is my opinion. This is the way in which I'm looking at it. It's college football. These writers are opinion based, and they're here for clicks and views too, and so forth and so on. Everybody who writes articles, and I talk about this all the time, holding people accountable, especially these journalists, they're not being held accountable for their actions. If you're a journalist, I believe you're supposed to call it right down the middle, if I'm not mistaken. but they don't. They inject their opinion into their pieces as well. But that's today's journalism, I guess. Juan Manuel, great question. I'll get to that. And that's kind of what I'm doing now. Real quick, and put this up there. Juan Manuel said, Coach, how would you have handled it? Coach, how would Bobby Bowden handle it when he let him play on the 89 Sugar Bowl when the school was going to expel Deion for his legal issues? I don't know. That's beyond me. I was 11. So I don't really remember that part of it. So I can't really speak to the legal issues because I was 11. So, but when it comes to these reporters, they are who they are. This is par for the course. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Coach, they don't do other athletes like that. I mean, other coaches like that. You might be right. Right? I get it. But those other coaches ain't Deion Sanders. And I think this is what people have to understand. Maybe y'all don't see it my way. But on one hand, you want to say he's Deion Sanders. Gold jacket where he does it by the beat of his own drum, which is 100% accurate. But then on the other hand, you wanted him to be treated like the other coaches. And I think you can't have both ways. When you're a guy like Deion Sanders, as polarizing as he is, you're going to get the same and exact opposite reaction. You're going to get extreme haters or extreme nitpickers or extreme dart throwers or, knives in the back. And that's what it's all about. I was just on YouTube. Like, you're on YouTube? I want y'all to understand something. I counted 8 live shows talking about Colorado. 8. So, you click on YouTube and it live. And you got one more right now, live. Why? Because he's Deion Sanders. And he's Deion Sanders. Stacy, I'm glad you said this. I don't know, and I asked that question on the other show, so I want to make some clarity with this. But if that's not the case, then there's something different. But let's just say that is the case for right now, and then I'll address the other part. Great point there, Stacy. Thank you. But I wasn't clear, and I'm still not clear because I couldn't find any evidence. Matter of fact, I was on Hayes Street, and I think Street was trying to look it up, trying to see if CBS owns Athlon Sports, because you have all these subsidiaries and all these different companies that are owned. But anyhow, I'm just going to go with the running narrative right now was that he's mad because he was ranked second. And you saw Denver local news, they did a whole thing about it. And that's what they were talking about as well. Again, I don't know if that's the case. I'm just running with the current narrative. Sean Keeler is the Denver Post guy. And he's the one who asked Coach Prime, hey, how's your summer and all that, boo, boo, boo. And Coach Prime basically said, man, why you don't like us? Why are you doing this? Now, this one, I really don't have a problem with. Because if a guy continues to poke the bear, right, in this sense, based on the kind of things they write, and again, I don't know the tonality of Sean Keeler's writing and all of that stuff. I understand. I don't think Coach Prime was out of line. He said, man, why do you do this? Right? Wasn't crazy, wasn't irate, wasn't tripping. He just asked him, like, bro, like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing what you're doing? And for a lot of people, because no one really said what he did, you kind of have to be in the know to know who he was, first of all. Second is know what he does in order to get Coach Prime to have this kind of reaction. And so there kind of lies the problem, which I really didn't have a problem as a coach. Yeah, you're human. And you didn't do anything. I felt out of bounds. You asked this man, why do y'all write the things you write? And the gentleman never answered that. He just kept wanting to say, well, I got a football question. I got a football question. And then Prime kind of wraps it up and says, well, listen, when we talk about it, so he said, can I ask a football question? No. When we talk about what we talk about, then we could talk about that. Basically, I think that's what he said. So therein lies the issue. Now, Stacy, if you're still listening, see, here's where it gets muddy. A63 Kane now says, heard it was about a piece CBS wrote on Shiloh's situation. See, that's right here is where it's uncertain. So does anybody besides Deion Sanders and maybe CBS truly know what he's mad about? I don't know when it comes to the CBS, because there's three different entities here. There's CBS, there's Athlon, and then it's the Denver Post. There's three different media outlets in this deal. And I don't know if there's any overlap between the CBS and the Athlon. So hopefully you guys can answer that for me, or you have some more information. But this is what muddies the water, Stacy, when we talk about these things. Some people say, oh, it's the Shiloh situation. Some people are saying because they said he was the second worst coach. Some people are saying because Athlon is owned by CBS, like you just said. And so I don't know. I'm not claiming to know. I'm here to reach out to the team and ask y'all, put your ear to the street. What did you hear? Now, what I would have loved, this is me, maybe being a little selfish, but I would have loved Coach Prime to address, in short, what he had issue with. But that's just me, but also for clarity. Hey, man, y'all know that article y'all wrote on my son was BS. Now, you clearly know he may be talking about the Shiloh article. Man, you know that article y'all just wrote on me 2 days ago about being the coach. That was some BS. Now you know it's about that. Man, you know that guy that y'all affiliated over there with Athlon Sports. Because see, Prime never said Athlon Sports. He said CBS. Even though I know CBS may own, you get what I'm saying? Athlon is still a company. So those are the things that leaves it so open, and it leaves it vague, and it leaves it up to interpretation. And therein lies the problem. Shout out to Rob in the building. No one truly knows about CBS. Right. So now Rob, see, that's what I'm saying. So Rob is kind of like me. I don't know. I have not a clue why he's mad at CBS. It could have been a deal that's supposed to have been done. Maybe it was some exclusive interview that fell through. I don't know. Maybe I'm throwing more crap to the rumor mill. So I don't know. Now, like Rob said, we know about the Denver Post, which is Sean Keeler. Okay. Those articles, they say, are, I'll just say one-sided, I guess, because I don't read the Denver Post. I live in Orlando. I don't even read the Orlando Sentinel. I get my news from Twitter. Whatever Twitter say is facts. I don't care who write it. Okay. Omega Red, 5 minutes. Top right corner, 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I heard CBS dissed his fishing skills. See? So there it is. Rob, when I open up the phone line, if you don't mind, Rob, if you'd like to call in, that'd be great. I would like to talk to you. I know Rob has a channel. Y'all go check it out. Rob the Man Media. And I noticed something, Rob. Do you still say baby? Huh? Because that's the best part. Rob the Man Media. Baby. Please say the baby. But anyhow, that's how, again, I would have done that. Now, let's get to the guy I think that's really full of it. And this is the guy I wished Coach Prime would address. Again, I wish. Because, I'm petty Pendergrass. I get a little petty too. But the Steve Crowder guy from Athlon, I'm just going to call it Athlon, because that's what he says he's under. Here's the most egregious story. Now again, I didn't read the Sean Keeler stuff, so I'm taking your word for it. But the whole strapped up, and it is in the other article he wrote, I did a show on that a couple months back. Coach Prime gonna kick you off the team if you don't go to his son concert. Come on, dog. Now that's the guy I'd be mad at. Because again, I don't know what CBS is right now. So I can only speak about the two entities that I know. Athlon Sports that I know of. And Stacey, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right because I don't know. Athlon Sports and Sean Keeler. I would have definitely attacked Steve Croder. Because not only are you attacking the program, you are truly creating false narratives. And y'all know I'm big on this false narrative stuff. And it's clear evidence that you are wrong, sir. You literally took a word and reinvented the definition to fit your narrative. Even if you listen to the video when Caleb Mathis, he's talking about plays. They use the word plays. Like, what part of the context of strapped up you didn't get in those videos? Like what part of that did this guy miss? Now, here's what I'm going to say. I can't speak to Sean Keeler right now of the Denver Post, but I damn sure could speak to Athlon and Steve Crowder. Again, these are Coach Hayes' wishes. We know we're in a society where people got to apologize. This dude doubled down on the Dan Le Batard show. I believe my stuff is true. Come on, dog. Let me go back. What my man Boosie say?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And what I tell people all the time, for the casual fan or the person that doesn't take deep dives and they just read headlines, that's what you'll start spreading at the water cooler at work or the coffee machine. What you gonna start spreading? Man, the boys in Colorado got pistols. Boy, they loose. Because you can say and do anything. This is not a YouTuber. This is not a guy on a blog. This guy works for a media entity. Athlon Sports never came out. None of that. And I wish, I don't know what Prime's going to do. I heard something about legal action, which I hope. And maybe he was advised by his attorney, so I'm just talking here as Petty Pendergrass. I wished he would have at least tweeted something to Athlon Sports and put them on fire. Maybe he didn't have to because everybody else was going at their neck. However, that's just me. I would have went at the man, look here. Because everybody in the world got to apologize. You notice that, right? If you know what I'm saying. Everybody else apologized for doing wrong or saying the wrong things. You literally slandered those kids. Then you go on another show and say it again. And there's clear video evidence that is not what they're talking about. So, Coach T, I really appreciate this question. Do we know if he lied? Honestly asking. I haven't seen it proven wrong. I'm not saying, here's why I'm thank you for this question. I'm not saying that players don't own guns. But based on the video that he says that he used to say they have guns, that's my problem. Think about this now. He never said, he said, I saw a video with them talking about them being strapped up and talking about how many guns they have. That's what he said. So, based on what you just said, Coach T, I'm not saying those players do or don't have guns. I don't know. But based on what this reporter said that confirmed his quote unquote suspicions is completely false. That's the problem. Coach T, you robbed the bank. I saw video evidence of Coach T in the bank. Oh, did you? What time the bank get robbed? 5 p.m. Okay. What time does the video say Coach T was in the bank? 10 a.m. That's basically how I see it. Maybe that doesn't work, but that's kind of how I see it. Yeah, there was video evidence of Coach T in the bank at 10 a.m. The bank got robbed at 5 p.m. There's video evidence of these kids saying getting strapped up. Total different context. Thank you, Unstoppable. Remember, the reporter said after. Yes. That doesn't mean he lied. He made a false assumption. Right there. Right there is the key. A false assumption based on a video taken out of context. And that's what I'm asking him to apologize for. I can't ask him to apologize for his article. I don't know what, was protected by freedom of speech and all that. I'm not getting into that. But that is what I'm talking about right here, Unstoppable. When do you come out and apologize that I go on another show and say, after I wrote the article, which you're 100% factual based on what he said, I even saw video evidence of it. And he said guns run rampant. Come on. Guns run rampant. Eight 862-799-9956. Call in if you like. Also, right underneath that number, you see that join the Fantasy Football League. The link is in the description as well. You can follow those rules and instructions. I got it up here again. Let me add it to the stage. $25 get you $225. $50 get you $450. $100 get you $900. All you have to do is cash out me right here, Coach Hayes Football. Put your email address in the memo section. You will receive a link from Fantrax Sports within an hour. Check your spam folder as well. All right. All you got to do is cash out $25. That'll get you in that league. $50 will get you in this one. $100 will get you in that one. If you want to be in more than one league, great. Just do a separate transactions if you wouldn't mind. That way we keep it all separate. All right. So make sure you do that. We're trying to fill up these last few spots. The draft is on the 18th. That's in 5 days. All right. So they do a draft. Got different ones who may come on live and do it or whatever the case may be. So that's where I am. All right. Everybody got that? Hopefully they got that. All right. Mansa Musa says, call in how? Right here. The phone number is 862-799-9956. All right. You can call in. The phone line is open. I want to hear people's point of view on this. Okay. Because I think it's an interesting topic. And I want to hear, do people think Coach Prime is being too sensitive? Do people think like I think, like maybe on that, if it's about being ranked number 2? But if it's about the Athlon dude, barbecue his behind, and Sean Keeler, I don't have a problem with what he said because you just asked him a question. Man, why do you write the articles you write? So I'm all good with that on that. Technically T, nobody in the kitchen tonight. Bruh, if y'all saw the last kitchen, go check it out. Shout out to my man Big Herb. Shout out to Big Herb. If you want to join the kitchen and you got something to say or you don't disagree, it's a debate. I like people to say. All you got to do is email me at coachhayesfootball@gmail.com. We'll set it up, dog. No problem. Come to the kitchen, man. I used to have a food truck. Now I got brick and mortar. Huh? Mansa Musa, he says, what's the number? Brother, right here. See my pen? 862-799-9956. Matter of fact, let me just type it in the chat. Maybe that's the problem. Oh, let me put it loose. There you go. There go the phone number 2 right there. 862-799-9956. AW. No other coach is dealing with the stupidity daily except Dion. AW, if you wouldn't mind, I would love for you to call in. I don't know if you missed the earlier part where I said this. Yes, you're right. However, I don't think you can live both ways, AW. You can't, and I'm not saying you, I'm speaking in general here. A person can't say, Coach Prime does things his way. He's polarizing. He's the most exciting. But then you want him to be treated like every other coach. If he wants to stand out amongst the rest of the coaches, it's part for the course, dog. Name me, do me a favor. Name me one person. T from Baltimore, I'm coming, baby. Name me one person in any industry that's extraordinary and doesn't get praise and knives at the same time. There's none. Nobody at the top of their game in their particular industry gets none but love. People come out and say Beyonce can't sing. She can sing. Now, I don't know if she can sing. There's a difference. Shout out to Trick Daddy. But there's people that's mad at Beyonce. There's people that's mad at Kevin Hart. Man, he get all the moves. There's people mad at Steve Harvey. He on TV all the time. He got this game show, that game. So when you're at the top of your game, this is par for the course. Now, Coach Prime may not be at the top of his game so far as record, so far as his schedule and his record, but so far as being this polarizing figure in college football, yes. Yes. AW, so please call in if you wouldn't mind. T from Baltimore, what's up with you, baby? Talk to me.
What's up with you, Coach?
I'm good, man. On a great Tuesday here. Talking about Coach Prime versus the media. Huh?
Man, I've been thinking about that. I'm glad he did what he did, but a part of me wished that he would act unbothered when they put out this craziness about him. And what I'm trying to understand is across the country, and some of this stuff I know for a fact, that it's kids that get in all kinds of craziness, man. Like, you name it under the sun, outside of unaliving somebody, everything else is going on in some of these major Power 5, Power 4 universities.
Correct.
And none of that stuff ever see the light of day. You never hear about it. And even with the kid Ollie Gordon and what he, that whole DUI thing, it was a news clip for half a day, and then it just went away. And what I'm trying to understand is, I mean, if they step on a snail over there in Colorado, it get out.
So
Everything
why do you think?
Gets out.
Okay,
whether true, not true, it get out.
T, why do you think that is, though?
Oh, I know why it is.
Talk to me.
That's at the end of the day, we talked about this. That's what make me want to root for him. At the end of the day, he just talks so crazy sometimes. It'd be a little tough to back him all the way. But like, I really do think that it's some powers against this man. Like, the coaches be banding up. Like, what Keyshawn Johnson was talking about, how coaches was calling USC up with all these different secrets and everything that Colorado was doing. He said the guy I ain't never had this much help scouting the team.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that Colorado understands that. I think they in their isolated little corner, and they understand what they're trying to get accomplished. But to the outside world, I don't know if they see like the forces coming up against them.
So here's what I'll just tell you real quick, T. And I'm not trying to make an excuse, but what you just said about Keyshawn and people call, that's par for the course too. That is. Now, is it maybe a little exaggerated? Maybe. But you know how many coaches are going to play somebody else, right? Peep this. I use this example, T. Ready? Watch this. Me and you were coaching buddies. You are now at, I don't know, Georgia. I'm at Miami, and I'm getting ready to play Alabama. Right?
Okay.
Hey, T, man, what you got for me, man? I got a blah, blah, blah. Bro, they do it in high school. They do it in Pop Warner. They do it in college.
For sure.
And they do it. So the only reason it's a talking point is because it is Coach Prime. It's not because they're picking on him in that sense. It becomes a talking point because it is Coach Prime. Do you know how many people probably called Kalen DeBoer to try to beat Michigan and vice versa? How many people probably called Jim Harbaugh or he reached out to, or they reached out to him because they played him? See, I think that's the issue though, T. Because it's Coach Prime, people don't think this stuff happens to other people. The only reason we know it happens because they report it and talk about it because Coach Prime is on top of his game. And therein lies the problem. But I think people don't realize that what Coach Prime is getting that's being reported happens everywhere. Now, let's speak to Ollie Gordon. Yes, you're right. But Mike Gundy ain't Coach Prime. He is the secret sauce. He is what makes you come back for more. Mike Gundy ain't been talked about until he said, I'm a man, I'm 40. So, and I think people, you want Coach Prime to be treated with kid gloves in some instances, but in other instances, it's like, nah, he do it his way. But yet every day, and this is what Coach Prime wants. This is not like Coach Prime is low key with it. This is what he wants. This is his philosophy. This has been his scheme to put it out there. And I keep telling people, the more you open your window, the more speculation you get for people to judge you in your house. And I'm okay with that. But Coach Prime is okay with that too, because he allows it. That's all I think. I think that's what I'm trying to get people to understand, is that it's not, you picking on Prime, but it's because he's Prime. He's Prime.
But do you think that all this distraction, all these outside things are going to affect winning?
It could. However, that's a Coach Prime decision though, because he decided to do this. He decided to have well-off media. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just telling you why what creates it. You saw Savion Washington came out, the offensive tackle that went to Syracuse. He talked about the outside noise. He talked about that, how it affected him. It's an article out there. I know, but hear me out. It's an article about that, right? If there is an article, those are considered distractions. They are. Why do you think the NFL is so tight-lipped about everything? They don't want no players thinking about nothing but football. Why do you think these other programs do it that way? And I get it. Coach Prime want to do it. Let's say, I'm going to just say over here. That's great. That's how he wants to run it. But as Prime always says, when the light shines on you, it shows the good and the bad. That's all I can say to that. That's all I can say to that. And I've said this before about this. Coach Prime can handle it. His kids can handle it. Travis Hunter can handle it. The question is, can every kid on your team handle that kind of scrutiny every day? Because whatever you do at Colorado is going to be magnified times 10, whether it's good or bad.
I agree. I mean, we just seen it play out at Ohio with Kyle McCord.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, on the surface, it looked like he did his thing.
Right.
I mean, 11-1, right?
Right.
Well, I mean, the glaring thing was when you talk to Ohio fans, man had negative 65 yards running. He right there with Shador. It's just that he had a better team around him, so it just put more deodorant on him.
Hold on, say that again. I'm sorry. Mansa Musa threw me, answer me. I called like 3 times. Man, Mansa, let me tell you something, bro. You better come to the kitchen talking to coach like that. Huh? You talk. Hey, when you get on this phone, get on this phone, I want that same. No, I want that same energy, Mansa. Mansa Musa. I want that same energy. You type me in all caps? Oh, hell no. All caps, dog? You gonna type me in all caps? Oh, I ain't with it. But anyway, back to what we were talking about.
Get the baby powder. Get the baby powder.
No, he gonna get slapped as soon as I get on this line. Mm-hmm. And talking about answer me. What? Well, yeah, this is what I went off the other day about. Now, this is what I be talking about. People come on here with demands and contribute nothing. You got to get in the kitchen now, Mansa, Musa. Huh? Get in the kitchen. Anyway. Yeah, but that's how I'm talking. Yeah. That's what I'm talking. That's how I see it. I think that people take the attacks, even the personal attacks. I get it. I think it's bull crap, but it is what it is. It creates what? It does create clicks, and that's what these reporters ain't selling newspapers. They got to go to their editors or whoever to say, look, my article got 35,000 clicks. You get what I'm saying? They're not selling. When the last time you seen a paper boy? When the last time you walked out your house and saw a newspaper at your front door? It doesn't work that way.
Ain't no.
So that's what it works on. You got to have the clickbait title. You got to have that. That's media today. And I think we got to understand that and accept that. That's all I'm saying.
No, but we can't, but we can't accept somebody putting that kind of information out there without doing no due diligence.
I agree with.
Like saying, hey, when you said strap, like what was you talking about, a firearm, or you was talking about something else? Because I'm a little lost. I'm from wherever I'm from, and we don't talk like that. Like whenever I hear strap, I see it on TV. I don't know.
But I agree.
Straps on TV.
No, but I agree. But that's my point about accountability. So if you want those clicks as a journalist, and you're gonna put that title up there, they should also be held accountable for what they put in the title. See, that I agree with you 100%. But you can't stop them from writing it. But you can challenge them, and I think that's what Prime did with the Sean Keeler guy. He challenged him on why are you doing this, dog? Like what is it? Like why? Right? He didn't say, but he didn't tell Sean, man, you just hate yourself. You have problems. He said, why are you doing this, bro? What do we do? And that's just it. But go ahead, get your last part, because me and Mansa Musa finna dance. I hope he brought the music.
But this the thing though. Just on that strap part, talking about firearms and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we talking about young, for majority, black men. And when you put that kind of stuff out there, What if one of them young men get pulled over by somebody that hears that?
I get it.
They run them tags and say, "Oh, this is a Colorado play." Man, I heard they be having guns. Hold on, let me be on point.
And
that's, you know what I mean? You know where this can go.
And that's why like I said, that's why I said I wish, it's my wish, that Coach Prime would have addressed it. And all he had to do was simply address it again. Let me just go back. I ain't telling what he should have done. If I was the head coach, what I would have simply said, I would have put a tweet out because everybody loved Twitter, or I could have put on the well-off media video. I'd have said, hey, guys, y'all talking about strapped up. I would have just gave it some clarity. Now, I know y'all saw that article from such and such. And I know back in the 90s when Prime was young, baby, we called a strap a gun. But today, these kids say strap, meaning locked down. That's it. But that's what Coach Hayes would have had done. I can't tell Coach Prime what to do. But I'm just saying, I would have created some clarity in there because, like you said, because that becomes clickable too. Coach Prime clears up, strap, whatever. However it goes. But anyway, let me jump in here, man. I think this Mantle Moose on the line, 4857. Let me see what he's talking about.
All right, bro.
All right, brother. T from Baltimore in the building. All right, let me go real quick. Angel, what's up with you, man? That's just like that doggone whoever let that lady in the breakdancing competition. They need to be held accountable. I'm not blaming the lady because she suck at breakdancing. She sucked, but somebody had to open the door and let her in. That's all I'm going to say. So it's the same thing there. He wrote the article. Where are the editors? Who edits? For example, maybe I'm wrong, but before you wrote your article and put it out, tell me if any communication majors or media, whatever, or journalist majors in here. Before you put the article out, because I used to watch Superman, and remember he had the Daily Planet, and he had to go talk to the editor every time he tried to put an article out. Don't they have to read this article first? So that means the editor was with that bull crap too. Athlon Sports is with that foolishness. So anyway. 4857. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
This match, I'm on.
Yeah, you lie. You called 3 times.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, this Mantle Musa.
Hold up, Mantle Musa. Hold up. Mother, I will call my phone 3 times, type me in all caps. All right.
Bro. Oh yeah, I called you and typed you in all caps. I need to know. I ain't gonna go prime route. You know what I'm saying, with all that, but I want to know, like, you think Miami going 11-1?
Yes.
You think so, for real?
I know so. So now what? So
what we talking about? With Cam Ward?
Yeah, what they got to do with what we talking about?
I know we talking about CU and all that, but I'm trying to get to your team right quick first. Like, you think that's Shador understudy? You think y'all going 11-1 with that? And we got what's your boy Savion Riley from y'all? Yeah, that's supposed to be y'all starting safety. Like, and like I don't know. Like, what's all the hype behind Miami?
Listen,
like,
man, you sound like you from New Orleans, man. You done had too much crawfish, dog. Hot sausage and cheese dressing. let me tell you something, man.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Yeah. I'm up here. I'm joking with y'all like late night, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
But I want to get you in that kitchen. But I want to get you in that kitchen. I'm gonna show you how to cook them crawfish, baby. Huh? I'm gonna show you how to boil that water.
You can't cook crawfish. You burn them, baby.
That's what I'm telling
them. You hear me?
Well, guess what? Teach me something in the kitchen. Then. Show me how to cook them. I only know how to make ramen noodles.
I feel you, baby. But what's up, though? Like, what's up with your? What's that, though? I don't really feel like y'all going 11-1, baby.
Okay, that's fine. But I want you to come to the kitchen. We could definitely have this out. You want to come to the kitchen? We can do it tonight. You want to dance tonight?
Bring me to the kitchen. Bring me to the kitchen.
You got Twitter?
I got Twitter.
Matter of fact, no. Oh, X. Do me a favor. Email me your email address. Email me your email address right now. And I'm going to send you a link. And I'm going to barbecue you.
Do all that. Like,
okay.
I'm
yeah,
like,
that's what I thought. That's just what I thought.
This shit like, that's what I'm saying? I ain't doing all that.
That's what I thought. That's just what I thought.
I'll do it for you later.
Okay, we'll do it tomorrow. You want to ask me about Miami? Guess what? There's a Miami show tomorrow. You come to the kitchen, ask me about Miami tomorrow. And guess what? You show me how to burrow. You know what you say? Burrow the crawfish. Baby. Barbecue mildew.
But no. Don't hang up with me though. Hold on. Let's talk about Colorado. Like what you want to know about Colorado?
Let's dance. I don't want to know nothing. You called me 3 times. What you want to know?
All right. So let me tell you this. All right. Boom. Hold up. Let me hold up. Let me get right quick. You know
go on and hit that dirty joint.
Right where I talk.
Yeah, go on and hit.
Talk to you.
Yeah, go on and hit.
Talk. It's a real nigga podcast, right?
That's right. Go on and hit that joint 2 more times. Maybe it'll get you up there on cloud 9 and you can see what I'm saying. Man. Yeah, look down.
Hold up. You hear the flick like Wayne?
I hear you, dog. You got to stop smoking that joint backwards, though. That's the problem. Come on.
Man, crazy. All right. So boom. All right. So you say you don't know about, so what you got our record is like 8-4 or something like that, or 7-5?
Mansa Musa, come on, dog.
Where you got us at? Where you got us at?
Come on, dog. You a Colorado fan?
No, bro. I'm asking you a question. Can you answer my question? Where you got us at? 8-4, 7-5.
I ain't even got y'all there. I had y'all 6-6. That's why I've been saying that since.
Oh my God!
Since the spring.
This nigga crazy. Like, you serious? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bro, have you been listening? Have you been paying attention
to what?
To everything that's going on? I don't think you have. I think you have, but you just trolling right now. Like, for real, like, you a real nigga. Like, I peeped your show out the other day about, the white boys doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You a real nigga on the slick, but
I got
you be trolling, bitch.
Yeah,
real nigga.
But here we go. But check this out.
Trolling.
Listen. We can have a real ninja conversation, but we got kids watching it. So if you don't mind.
Oh, all right.
Understand. But you good.
My bad.
You good, baby.
My bad,
I know, because I know you
all
knew.
Right,
listen,
right.
You good. Everybody make mistakes.
All right. So look.
And your biggest mistake when you called into this show, because I'm finna give you this work.
The other day with the white boys, like you a real dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? I mess with you. Like,
okay.
But you troll every once in a while.
How do I troll? How do I troll? Like, how do I troll?
Because you can't tell me, because you watch the Well Off, the Reach the People, the pregame, you watch it all like the rest of us. So that means you a fan too, on the slick. We gonna hold that settle. You know what I'm saying? But still, look, you seen everything the way we see it. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't.
So
I don't.
I can't.
I don't see it. Listen, I don't see it the way you see it. Mansa Musa, I don't have the same experience as you have, and you don't have the same as I have. So I look at things a little different. Second of all, I have to say this, I'm just being very honest. I don't watch the Well Off every day. Like, I don't, like, it ain't scheduled on my TV. I got to watch Well Off. I really don't. But what I do is when I get ready to do these shows, I will look at certain things based on what I'm talking about because I want to be informed and I'm not just talking off the cuff. But me looking at practice or me looking at those practice tapes,
it's not
hear what I'm saying. Me looking at the Well Off Media practice tapes are great. I'm going to tell you what I really love more than the practice tapes. Can you be honest? I love to hear Coach Prime at the very beginning, them first 5 minutes when he's talking to the team about what they need to do. See, that's from the coaching side of it. See, y'all don't never want to talk about that. Y'all want to talk about practice. I don't care about them plays. I like to hear the message that he's giving because that's why I say I know Coach Prime can coach football, right? Like he understands what it takes. He sat in the rooms for decades. So I get that part. But what y'all want me to do is see a Well Off Media clip, a guy run for a touchdown and say, oh my God, Charlie Offerdog going to be the top running back in the Big 12.
Hold up. Let me stop you right there. Ain't nobody ever said that.
That's a lie.
Whoever said that?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Who said that?
That's a lie.
Hold up. If that's the consensus, I say, all right, But nobody, at least I seen, nobody ever said like, man, this nigga Charlie is greatest in the world because we seen 2 clips from him. This nigga Brandon, I seen Brandon Hood like struggle, like getting out the backfield, like cause he on the 3rd team. But I know if he was on the 1st team, this man probably be doing some old Marshall Faulk type shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like they don't show us everything, bro. They like do.
I'm glad you said that.
Nearly and even your what's up?
I'm glad you said that. They don't show you everything. So I'm glad you said that, brother. I'm glad you said that. And so therefore, me watching Well Off, again, it doesn't show the beginning of the play, and I understand why they do it. I'm not mad because you don't want to show your blocking scheme. So for me to watch half of a play and see a guy break or see a guy break up a pass, that's good for the fan. But Coach Hayes looks at football a little different. That doesn't entertain me, and that's okay for everybody else. I'm cool with that. But when I look at football, I want to look at it. I want to look at football. So me looking at that, it doesn't entertain me. It doesn't give me any more information or not. Right? There's a guy going up and catch a ball over somebody. Yeah, that's cool too. Nothing wrong with that. But how did he get there? Right? Did he underthrow the ball? Was the ball? I don't know. Right? Me looking at Shador throw a ball, cool. But what was the blocking scheme? Did they stunt? Did they blitz? I don't know because the way the clips are cut up and it's done that way strategically, so opponents can't use it in their favor. So I understand
on them, yeah. But look. They show a little bit enough for you to see, like, all right, Shador got a clean pocket. You feel what I'm saying? Shador got a clean pocket. He can step up in the pocket. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's showing you one clip, but from that one clip, you can and then it's clip after clip after clip after clip. Dude got a clean pocket. And he could throw that bitch, and Travis, he threw that bitch where nobody else in the country. Carson back can't throw that bitch right there in the corner end zone like that over a cornerback to trap. You know what I'm saying?
I think, like, but I said this. We've already said this. I've said this 100 times. Shador Sanders can knock the wings off of a fly. I don't know. I can't get any more pinpoint accurate than that. All right, I know I got to get you to become a member, or you come here and be a regular. But you come every once in a while. So when you hear some things and you hear other things, you miss it, but yet you right. But hold on.
Let me get off here so you can get somebody else on your channel. You hear me? I fuck with you. You hear me? I'm gonna come tap back in with you. You hear me? I gotta go do something right quick. You hear me?
Yeah, I need you to come to the kitchen tomorrow about these hurricanes so I can barbecue you. You heard me? Huh? You heard me?
Huh? I ain't big dog.
We'll holler at you, baby.
All right.
So I'm going to show you something clean as day. I'm going to show you how Colorado fans use clickbait to get what they want as well. I'm going to show y'all something. See, a lot of y'all don't think about this. Watch this. It's all about getting attention. I'm going to show y'all something. Shout out to Mansa Musa. I've seen him in here before, but he don't be here as often as I've seen. Mansa Musa did this to get my attention. That ain't no different than clickbait. He wanted to call in. He wanted to say what he wanted to say, and he wanted people to hear him. And I gave him exactly what he wanted. That's it. He just used what people complain about. He just did it. So I could give him the attention he wanted. And then when he got on here, I messed with you. You heard me? Now it's a different story. But see, Coach got receipts literally from the man himself. Because his first word was, I called 3 times. Right? Then he said, you a real coach? Now, is that a personal attack, y'all? Is he personally attacking me? Or maybe he's just asking a question. I get it. Or did you just name yourself that? I get it. Is that a family name? I get it. You tripping, bruh. Prime a Florida boy like you. Why you doing that? You should capitalize after a period. Why you doing that when it comes to him? Don't start a sentence with but. You could have put a comma there. But never question the 3 white boys in your state. See that right there? That right there is a false narrative. This clearly is a false narrative. These are his receipts. Let me keep going. He don't even know the number. It was on the screen whole time. I'm going through this to show you. He don't want to debate me because Miami is not an 11-win team. Get him on the line, barbecue chicken with crawfish and hot sausage and cheese with hot sausage and cheese dressing. Hey, answer me next. Oh, I ain't answering fast enough. So what do you do? Let's get loud. Answer me. I called like 3 times. This is what I'm saying. You gonna get it. Let's talk. What I'm showing you, the reason I'm doing this, I know like, dang, Coach, but the reason I'm doing this, I'm showing you, this is exactly when people want attention, give it to them. But my job now is, I'm finna embarrass you. He's not coming to the kitchen tomorrow. Not coming. Because he don't want this smoke for real. He just want to smoke. He don't want this smoke. That's the difference. Huh? That's the difference. That's the difference. Cuban Dom, is he another one? He been running from me. Are you a real chef? Never said I was a chef. I just said I cook. You cook. Everybody here, hopefully they cook. Never said I was a chef. So, 862-799-9956. Please feel free to call in. I do want to talk more about the media part of it. What do people think about it? Oh man, I got, is this old school on the line? Old school. Because, you know, people send me the clips. I don't know why you think, and I get it. I don't know. He keep bringing my name up. He was over there on off script. Shout out to Scotty in there. Ask Coach Hayes about me. Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm still a bum. He on the line. Should I answer the phone? If I can get 10 thumbs up, I'll answer the phone. 10 thumbs up, I'll answer the phone. Old school on the line. He always call in. He sit back here because I think he get free internet. He don't have internet, so he got to call in and hear the show because when you call in, you can hear the show going on. So let me get a thumbs up if y'all want me to do that. But Cuban Damas, I'm asking you right here. Tomorrow, Miami Hurricane show. Please, let's get to the kitchen whenever you're ready. Hold up. Okay, we got a thumbs up. Going to answer, Coach. JL Boxing Down, Bahama. Shauna Boo said, yeah. Geniality. Shout out to Geniality B. KMS. Black Butterfly. CTX. E. Brown. Come on, man. CW, we buy action. Give them all the smoke they want. How about I do this? How about we do this? Why don't I invite Old School to the kitchen? I think that'd be awesome. What if I invite Old School to the kitchen, put him on camera, and let's end this thing once and for all? Invite him to the kitchen and end this thing once and for all. JR Boxing, talk to me.
Coach, what's going on, Coach?
Listen, old school back here in the back on the phone. How about I do it this way? Invite him to the kitchen and end this thing once and for all. Because you said no, JR. You said no.
I don't know, man. I just called in just so you don't pick up for old school, but nah, man. Go on and invite the old man to the kitchen, man. I remember back in the day, y'all had y'all little back and forth, but go on settle the debt on the old man.
Yeah, I'll barbecue him. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
I might have put his food.
It'd be entertaining too.
I might have put his food in the blender. I had to put his food in the blender.
I think it'll be pretty entertaining, Coach. Don't invite him to the kitchen, man. Let the man come up, man. That's all I wanted to say.
Oh, okay. No, listen. I know. I'm gonna answer the phone here, but I'm just gonna ask him. We want to come to the kitchen. We'll set it up, and we'll end this once and for all. Because, like I said, one thing about it, man. When parasites come, they can infiltrate your food, shut your whole restaurant down.
Oh Lord!
But if
I had to call him a parasite.
But that's what he is. He's a parasite.
Oh man!
No, that's what parasite. You know what parasite? Like a flea is a parasite. So a flea goes from host to host. That's how it lives, right? And that's what he does.
Yeah.
He just did that to Scotty the other day. All he wants to do is talk about how many subscribers you got. You ain't got a subscriber like this person got a subscriber. He does that on every show. All he does is drive wedges. That's what parasites do. When one host dies, see, his job is to kill. Believe it or not, a parasite will kill the living organism. And once that dies, it leaps off and goes find another host, aka a dog, right? So if this dog dies, you think the flea gonna die with me? No, he killed me. And he goes, or a tick, and he goes and jumps on another dog, which is another host. If you get where I'm going, like YouTube host.
I'm tracking.
Yeah. And then he kills that host. That's what he does. He goes show to show to show to show, spreading the same foolishness. So that's why he's the only person I have ever banned from the show.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
I remember.
He's the only person, because you're not going to tell what I tried to build for 4 years. And then you come in here, he got nothing to lose but his teeth. That's it. He got nothing else to lose.
Lord.
He doesn't. He doesn't have the hours I've put in to build this, the hours of learning how to do YouTube, the hours of learning how to use OBS so I can put a number up here. He doesn't have that, but he can destroy it and go live somewhere else. And I'm sitting here like, nah, dog.
And that is true. First thing first is protect the brand, because you are a brand, so you must protect your brand. So I completely understand that.
And I'm finna let some dude come on here, and I'm finna let that dude come on here and no sir.
Yeah, if you put it that way, nah, yeah. I stick with my thumbs down there.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he agrees to terms that are, understanding on both sides, then it's
if we come to the kitchen. Only thing
if you invite him on and he act a fool, so yeah.
Well, no, I just cut him off. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm just saying, you're not gonna come on here and do that and then be, I haven't. Here's the funny thing: I only banned him from calling in. I haven't banned him from my YouTube channel. He can still. Hey, watch this. Old school. Do me a favor. Leave a comment in the chat for me. Leave a comment in the chat. I'm going to show you kind of G I am. I ain't even banned him from the chat. I just don't let him come on the show. But I haven't banned him from the chat. He could call in. I mean, he could type a message. I feel everybody got a right to say what they need to say.
That's true, man. You keep it pretty fair.
Yeah.
Throughout the comments and stuff like that. You acknowledge everybody's comments, good, bad, or indifferent. I see that.
Yeah. I have no problem with it. You're probably trying to find his glasses so he can see the letters.
Oh Lord, come on, Coach, man! Don't do him like that, man. Just let him make it. I do.
He
I
won't
do
let.
while
But
I'm on
hold
here,
on, but
then. I
he
guess
won't let me
I
make it. He won't let me make it. So why I gotta have pity? No, sir. But anyway, go ahead, brother. What you was about to say?
yeah, I was gonna say, I did. I kind of caught in, tapped in a little bit late, but
Mhm.
while you was on the phone with the other caller, you mentioned towards the end, like what people thought about the interview or the media day that Coach Prime had and everything like that. You know, for me, you know, from a professional standpoint, from one professional to the next professional, definitely believe that he could have handled the situation in a better manner, of course. But I go back from, you know, from watching Prime as a, you know, as a younger young man to now as an adult. I mean, he always kind of been that same, you know, that same energy type of guy on the podium as a player, you know, when he was, you know, doing commentating on the NFL network. He's always been that kind of guy to give you the same energy that he felt as though you have given to him.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't get too caught up in it when saying, you know, well, he should have maybe did it this way, or, I mean, he's gonna be unapologetically himself, right? So,
right, that's fair.
Be yourself, because if you're gonna go down on your shield, well, you know, go down on your shield, right? And if that brings more negative attention, and if he is built for that negative attention, then, you know, that's what it is. Now, I understand the part you brought in with Savion Washington and him putting out, you know, some words in the article saying, like, I wasn't prepared, you know, for that attention. And Coach Prime he alluded to that, especially last year. You know, he was like, you know, I don't know if some of y'all are built for that.
That's right.
I don't know if some of y'all in this room are built for that. So I want to say certain things, but I'm not going to say it because I don't know if everybody's built for that.
That's right.
You know, so
and JR, if you don't mind me interrupting you, it's amazing. This is the part I be talking about. Believe this or not, a lot of people don't want to believe this, but me and Coach Prime think alike. But people don't want to hear it from my mouth, because when I said those things, how you gonna talk about how a player feel? I said that before, but Coach Prime will come out and say some of y'all ain't built for this. Remember, Coach Prime say, I want to say 12-0, but some of y'all ain't built for that. I remember that. I want to say these things, but some of y'all can't handle that. Because that's why I say I feel that Coach Prime can coach. Now, when it comes to, like I said, the play calling deals and stuff, that's a different thing. I haven't seen him do it. You know, that high school is totally different.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about this piece of being a head coach and being the quote unquote, like the CEO, the manager of the team, he can do that. But he's going to do it his way. That's the thing. He's going to do it his way. So you have to hate it or love it. But that's what it is. The second thing I'm going to say is he is doubling down and betting on himself, because everything he does, and he comes out 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins, college playoffs, you look like a genius, baby.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Bet on you. That's what I'm telling people about Prime. Bet on yourself, dog. I'm cool with it. Yeah. But here's one thing I do know, JR, and I got to catch the Ohio player. One thing I do know, you got to show up 12 times in the fall. And that ain't no innuendos. It's a score, and somebody number going to be bigger than the other person number, and that'll let you know who won the game. 12 times in the fall, you're going to have to show up. All that talking, all of what we think, oh, we got this, we got that, going to have to show up in the fall. I'm not saying it won't be great. I'm not saying it will. I said my prediction already. And again, it's my opinion, and it's a what? Prediction. It's not a fact. It's a prediction.
Yeah.
I said 6-6 last year. They went 4-8. It was a prediction. I'm not out here talking about, I told you, But boy, when they win 7 games, JR, they gonna try to tear my head off my shoulders.
Coach, your algorithm gonna be up 1,000.
Boy, they gonna
be coming after you then.
And you know what I'm gonna say? Why y'all hating on me? That's gonna be my response. Why y'all doing me like this? What's y'all problem? Huh? You don't like me. You don't want you don't like me. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. I thought about reaching out to you to pull up to the kitchen, man, but
You sure?
I don't think it'll be entertaining because some of our views are, very identical in the way like we think about or we're analytical about certain things. So I was like, I don't know if it'll be entertaining because it's entertainment, right? Come pulling up to the kitchen, you want to get some entertainment.
Well, here's the deal. Like I tell people, if there's some viewpoints that you don't agree with, you're more than welcome to pull it to the kitchen. We can discuss it. Create your menu. I'll cook it.
Yeah, I think all your viewpoints, I think they're pretty spot on, man. It's an opinion-based, view of it, and it's not, you're getting some factual, facts from your experience. I don't have experience as a coach, so I can only take, your point of view and kind of think, myself like, okay, I can understand where he's coming from. That's why I don't think our point of views would be that far off. But going back to when Coach Prime was saying, I don't think some of y'all built for that. I don't think he was just talking about players.
Coaches too.
He's talking about the coaching staff.
Yes.
Too,
Yeah.
Because the coaches would have to answer. When you start losing, coaches are coming to the podium too, and they got to answer to, well, why did you run this play, or what was your thought process behind this? So the aspect of the game. Now, from what my belief is that, second year around in Colorado, he's kind of brought more of his personality to the staff, right? So as far as bringing in the receivers coach as Phillips and, Sapp and D. Lou and, things like that. Shermer's been around them. They've known each other kind of throughout the NFL journey. And last year, Shermer was on the staff. So Shermer at least knows what to expect. The odd man is kind of Livingston, right? But when you come to the program, you had opportunity to see it. So you kind of have some thought of, okay, so this is my expectation coming in. This is what I expect to, see from Coach Prime and things like that and through the interview process. But it'll be interesting to see because I'm a supporter of Coach Prime. I've grown to support CU as a football team as well.
Right.
But I see him going, a cool 7-5 kind of thing.
Right.
And if they go 7-5, man, that's a tremendous improvement.
That's awesome,
from
bro.
Year one to
bro,
year two,
you in a bowl game. You gave Miss Peggy what you wanted her to see them go to a bowl game. That's what you told her. Nothing wrong with that, bro. It ain't nothing wrong with going 6-6. It ain't. I get it because it's so funny when everybody last year was saying 8, 9, 10 win and old school 12-0. And when they won 4 games, it's so funny. You know what their first response was? Man, they only won 1 game last year. They won 4. That's amazing. But now 6-6 ain't good enough. A 2-game improvement ain't good enough. A 7-5, a 3-game improvement ain't good enough. No, you can't help these people, dog. You can't help them, unfortunately. But when it was before the season, man, they gonna win 10 games. When they won 4, you know what the default was? But bro, they was only 1-11. We won 4 games. Dude told me that's a 400% increase. Like they try to find every way, and that's okay. We're nothing wrong with 4 wins. It's your first year taking over a program. So it's what it is, man. But let me get to these other dudes. But go ahead. Last point.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, it's a 300% increase. They went from 1-11 to 4-8.
Yeah.
I mean, he doing it his way, so it's nothing. Like I said, if he gonna go out on the shield, go out on the shield. Do it your way, kind of thing.
Frank Sinatra, baby. I did it my way.
Yeah.
There it is.
The traditional aspect of building the program. What's considered traditional these days when you're in the NIL type of era, right? If you got the opportunity to build it and try your darnest to win as quickly as possible, then why not do it? Right.
There it is.
So try to do something that's never been done before or has been done before, but only on a smaller scale. So
yeah, I mean, we saw Michigan State do this. We saw them do this. Hell, UCF is doing it.
Mel Tucker did it,
UCF brought in 43 players.
Yep.
So, anyway, let me get these next dudes in and we're going to make it happen.
All right, Coach.
Hey, real quick, JR. Should I let him on? He's still back there. Should I let him on, JR?
Let him on, but if he at the food, though, get him out of there quick. You know what to do.
Cool. All right, let me go to Ohio. Let me go to Ohio player coming to you. Give me 1 second. Mr. Hillsman says the crazy things, it doesn't matter how much success or failure that dude have, people are going to find an issue and some folks not. It's the way things are. Social media is out of control. And again, Mr. Hillsman, I do appreciate this comment. But name anybody at the top of their game that ain't receiving this. People want to say Nick Saban. You know how many people say, Nick Saban cheated. He is paying players. May have been. Ain't no proof. I'm just teasing. But everybody, believe this or not, the same amount of people that want to see Nick Saban win, they damn sure want to see him lose. Kirby Smart finna go through that right now. It's amazing how success in this country breeds hatred. Damn it, I'm going to put that on a shirt. Success breeds hatred. You want to know why? Look at the pyramid. I keep talking about this. At the top of the pyramid is so small, everybody can't stand up there. But all the people down here, the base of the pyramid, is what's holding you up. Hater or not. Hater or not. Name the top people. Think about any industry, anything. The people who are at the top, they get all the hate. They get love too, but they get all the hate. That's human nature, dog. That's human nature. And Deion Sanders is not exempt. And I think that's the problem. The people that love him want him to be exempt to the criticism. Taylor Swift, she had the Super Bowl. She caught hate because she had the Super Bowl. It's 100,000 other people at the Super Bowl, but she caught hate because she's Taylor Swift. Her relationship with Kelsey ain't real. It may not be. It may be. Hell, I don't know. First of all, I don't care. But her music ain't that good anyway. Why they showing her? Part of being on top, dog. I don't think everybody want that success, bro. Everybody don't want that success. You're 100% right, Hillsman. They gonna run to their corner, dog. Shout out to you. I saw a couple people say they want to come to the kitchen. I will not accept your invite for those people because I don't want to lose our friendship. Because when I go in that kitchen, I put the oven on 400 degrees. Dun, 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 dun. You see me? I eat, sleep, shit, and talk rap. You see that 99 Mercedes on TV? I bought that. I had some felony charges. I fought that. If I ain't a hot boy, then what do you call that? I ain't going to accept it. Ohio player in the building. Hey. What's up with you, baby?
Yeah, what's up, this Jay, the Ohio player? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Keep playing your saxophone, dog. Talk to us. What's up with you?
Right on. Hey, my man, Dalen Hayden, hey, expect 1,000-yard season. You agree?
1,000-yard season? No, I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The Ohio player, he may just do it. You never know. So
I like it. I see what you did with that.
It's an upgrade.
I see what you did with that. Ohio State, Ohio player. Is he from Ohio originally? Is he from Ohio?
Yeah, he's from Ohio originally. As far as I know, unless he was, I knew he grew up there. Now,
okay.
Was he born? I got it.
No, I get it.
But yeah, but it's definitely an upgrade. What I have to say, I agree with you. You make some good points about Coach Prime. Jealousy and envy, it comes with the territory. Who said that? Biggie. You said that. Jealousy.
That's right.
Comes with the territory.
Ooh, so I hear you, Ohio player.
I hear you.
Right. I hear you, boy.
Right. I was a little kid, but hey, I still remember.
Yes, sir.
So, but the whole spectrum of, Colorado, 90% of them, they love, Colorado, Coach Prime. But you got that 10%, you're right. They don't, they can't stand them. And it's a variation of a lot of different factors, because up until the last couple of games of the season, Colorado got pretty much all the press. And, of course, those coaches got envy and jealous of it, And just like Keyshawn Johnson said, like another caller stated, that, coaches, I hate to say the word plot, but they was definitely scheming against them, giving all the information, some things that we all harbor, that giving information to, the USC coaches, the schemes Colorado was playing. So, everybody's not your friend. And Coach being one of the few African-American coaches, I think it's like 8 or 9, and getting all the press, that's going to draw a few envy and jealousy of some coaches and press. That's just how it is. Okay. That what's that guy named Keeler? Keeler that reported from Denver Post. Keeler, I think I'm pronouncing his name right.
Sean Keeler.
But he is he's a known hater. Ever since, because if you look at some of his videos and talking points as well as his written columns, he throws a lot of shade their way. Don't know why, because Colorado has not gotten as much press since the mid-90s when Cordell Stewart, Rashawn Salam, and Michael Westbrook was playing there. So, and he is a hater. He made some disparaging remarks about the team, the program.
What did he say? Because I haven't read it. So, hold on, Ohio Player. I didn't read his article. So, what did he say? Because I didn't read it. So what did he say that was disparaging?
Basically in a nutshell, he was saying, it's like a coat there. He got to be the head of the coat. Everybody got to bow down to Deion. This, that, and the third. It's a lot to get into. And then he was talking about Shiloh. Then he was talking about the first season. Like I said, they got up to a good start, but they faded because of injuries, the blocking schemes, and so forth and so on. That was his first year. Deion won 3 high school championships as offensive coordinator in the school of Texas. Then he won back-to-back SWAC, titles, undefeated both seasons. In the 3 years he was at Jackson State. So I think he's going to figure it out. He did a total 180. A total 180 with the players. And these players were handpicked, not recommended or requested. And like
you talking about the player? You talking about You talking about the player? Hold on. You talking about the players he's got at Colorado now were handpicked or Jackson State? I was confused.
Yeah. He personally got his coaches handpicked. Last year you could say it to a certain extent, but the thing about it is a good friend or good coordinator of his or somebody recommended a lot of these coaches and these players. And these players was brought in. A few of them was brought in from Kent State and other programs. It was requested and recommended. They wasn't necessarily handpicked, because he had to put a team together. It was almost like what was that movie about a rock gridiron game? He had to put a team together. He got rid of the old players and then got the new players. But like I said, a lot of them were recommended and requested. He put his hand on a lot of it, and gotcha. I think they're gonna have a good season. I'm expecting around a 9-win season, give or take. Maybe better, maybe a little not good, but like I said, maybe a little less. But
bro, 9 is awesome. 9 is awesome.
I think 9 and 4 is realistic, because I like the moves they make.
Realistic, but it's awesome.
Like the moves they made.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like the wide receiver core, the running back core. My boy Dalen. I'm expecting good things from him. Wide receiver core is, he got 2 or 3 fifth-year seniors. I know, seniors. A couple of them are fifth year, I think. But John Kay is a fifth-year senior, and and Shador, he's this is like his 4th or 5th year playing. He's more experienced. He's got animated. He's got more experience as playing in D1 from last year. So, and he already had experience playing Division I AA with Jackson State. So he's a seasoned quarterback, only getting better. 27 touchdowns, only 3 interceptions. That speaks volumes.
Okay.
And Shiloh, he's a tough hitter. Now, I'm not going to call him what's the guy named? Ronnie Lott or Steve Atwater. Like, but they're, you know, I'm not gonna call him that. But
appreciate that.
You know, as far as,
appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for not doing that. Yeah,
But he can hit.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can hit. He can hit.
Yeah. No, I was just saying I appreciate you. I was just saying I appreciate you not comparing them to Ronnie Lott and Steve Atwater, but you kind of compared them to Ronnie Lott and Steve Atwater. But I thank you for that, though. Appreciate it.
No, I didn't say that. I said my dad did. I said I
got
quite
you. I got
put him in that category yet.
Shauna Boo, you crazy. I'm listening. Go ahead.
He can hit. But anyway, to make a long story short, he's more experienced. You know, this is like, you know, he's a senior, 50-year senior. So, you know, Shiloh got experience too, and you know, he can hit. You know, he's a former amateur boxer, so he's tough as nails. And I
didn't know that. Hold on. I didn't know that Shiloh was an amateur boxer. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a former amateur boxer. Yeah, he is a former amateur boxer.
I didn't know that. When was he boxing? When was he boxing? In between practice?
He was boxing. I know he was boxing like in middleweight, because you know on that show what they call the Sanders Kids, Dion and the Sanders Kids. He was boxing on that show. You know, that's easy to look up.
Oh, I saw him. Yes, I do remember seeing that, but I didn't know he was an amateur boxer. I didn't know. Okay. All right.
Yeah, because when they Ryan Garcia, well, that victory was taken away, but when Ryan Garcia, you know, for Devin Haney got the victory at first, you know, the wins now has been muted, but they were squaring up, and people was impressed by Shiloh boxing stands and how he was moving. I said, yeah, he's a former amateur boxer. If you did your research, so
yeah, I didn't know that. I saw him in the ring before, but I didn't realize it was a serious thing. Okay, appreciate that, man. I learn something every day.
Right. No,
all right,
no
man.
problem. We learn something new every day.
Every day.
If we, you know, willing to listen and learn. So, you know, I'm expecting some pretty good things, but, you know, like I said, you know, to top it off, I agree with what you said about everything comes with the territory, you know, around the Colorado Buffaloes football team spectrum, because you got to get over the good and the bad, you know, and jealous and envy. I don't care who you are. You know, I was never a big Tom Brady fan at all, you know, but I respect his ability, but I thought it was a lot of other stuff factored in. But like I said, you know, I don't care who you are. Floyd Mayweather, he went undefeated, still had his haters, even though most people in the world, you know, respected him. And like
everybody, think about it. Floyd Mayweather is a counterpuncher, and people are mad.
Exactly.
People are mad because he's 50-0, and he don't bring the fight to you. All he do is run. See, that's what I'm saying. Anybody at the top of their game, they get knives in the back. Just like they get love in the front, they get knives in the back. But, man, get your last point out. I got to run, man, because I got about 5 more people on here.
But, you made some good points. And like I said, you know, sometimes you got to take the good with the bad. But the only thing he got to do is win. And, hey, they will disappear. Or at least most of them will. So, you know, that's going to be that. Okay, but thanks for taking my call. And,
anytime, brother. Thank you, Ohio player, man. Keep playing, my man. My man.
All right, I try to. All right.
Ohio player in the building, man. Play your saxophone. Keep talking to him. Old school still back there in the back. We get to him at some point. Right here. We're going 63-11. 63-11. Dun 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 bum bum ba-dum. Anyway. How did we get here? You know how we got here, Miss Geniality? We just sat here. And we kept letting the world spinning. That's how we got here. Hell, I don't know how I got here. And I'm the one who pressed the live button. But we here. And I'm glad you're here with me. And I'm glad all the rest of y'all are here. 143 in the climbing in the building. Y'all hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And 63-11. Talk to me.
Yes, how you doing, Coach, man? I love listening to you, man.
Appreciate it.
You're very, very honest. You're very, very knowledgeable of what's going on in Colorado. So I'm just going to keep it nice and sweet. I think Coach Dion, man, he's coaching in the Good Old Boy Network, man. And I think when his name being called Coach Prime, man, that rubs a lot of people the wrong way. Like, man, who are you, man? You haven't won anything, and we're calling you by your nickname, and you're supposed to be available when we tell you to be available, and you haven't won anything. So I think Coach Prime can make all this noise go away if he start winning. Just got to win. He got to win. They can't talk about it. Just got to win, and then he'll shut up the naysayers. But it's going to be a tough task, man, because I don't care who you are. When you 4-8, it's tough, right? You know, them guys learn how to lose instead of learn how to win. So they lost about 5 games, about 8 points or less. So it's tough. It's tough, man. Hopefully, for the culture that they have a 8-5, 9-4 be a great season for them. So he suspect that Colorado got 3%. People that look like you and I up there, and them good old white boy reporters used to having access to the team, and he's kind of trying to do his own thing, man. That ain't gonna go over well, right? So just win, man. He can shut up the naysayers, man, and push forward. Man, he don't have to even say anything. Just start beating the people in front of you, and he can talk it in, right? Just hold up a trophy. So I don't know about them getting to the college playoffs, right? That's a stretch from 4-18. That's a real stretch. So hopefully they can get a bowl, and his sons can get drafted, and Travis get drafted, and he can kind of get the ball rolling. Try and keep rolling.
Real quick, man. I missed your name. What's your name, brother?
Dr. Stallings.
Dr. Stallings?
Yes, like
all right,
stalling around. Yes.
All right, Dr. Stallings, man. I appreciate this call, man. Thank you for those words at the beginning. What do you have when you consider the record? Because I don't know. What do you consider the record?
For this upcoming season?
Yes, sir.
I think 9-4. I think Travis has to be. For them to be 9-4, I think Travis got to play a full season. He's yet to play a full season in college. He didn't play a full season in high school. So I think this is a big year for him. I think if he can stay healthy, if he can stay healthy, I think they got a shot at getting 8 to 10 wins, right? You saw last year when he got healthy. I'm sorry, when he got hurt, it kind of took the air out the team last year. So if they can keep him healthy, I think they got a shot of winning at least 8 to 10 games.
Yeah, and I wish they do. Let me ask you a question. I said 6-6, and they win. Let's just say you say 8 to 10. I just pick in the middle. Let's say 9.
Okay.
Will you call on here and pick on me?
No, without question. No.
All right, hold on. I got to write this down. I got at least one friend. Hold on. Dr. Stalling. All right, Dr. Stalling. All right. I'll write your name down. I got one friend because I know, boy, if they win 7 games, boy. Woo. The reason I know that, because, boy, when they beat TCU and they went in that thing 3-0, and I said 6-6, and they was tearing me up. And then them boys hit that 6-game slide. And I was like, but I'm not that guy. Oh, I got another friend. I got Mr. Hillsman. He my friend too. He said he got me. I appreciate it. Thank you, man. But yeah, man, no, I appreciate it, Dr. Stallings, man. I do appreciate your point of view. And like I said, I think people don't understand. Marie S., I need you to call in. I'm a jealous YouTuber. You ain't been on here in a minute. But I think when I don't think people truly understand all of the inner workings to this game, man. It's so much, bro. That's why I love this game. It is the most intricate game out there. And you can bring players. You can do these things. And I've seen teams with great players win 7 games, 8 games. Everything don't go as planned. It's just so intricate. And I just know that Coach Prime has an uphill battle, even with the talent that he's acquired in the offseason. It's tough. You're talking about it's tough. And I think one of the biggest things that a lot of other Colorado fans, I'm not gonna call them cult members. I'll call them fans tonight. I'm being nice. Hold up. I'm keeping my sandwich clean. That's what really Flawed told me. They don't think other teams are getting better either.
Correct.
They don't think coaches are getting better. Like other programs have gotten better. Like that's their goal too. They use the transfer portal too, just like you use it. Maybe not as much, right? But they using it too.
Correct.
And so I just think that's a miscalculation from a fan's perspective. And I know they're fans. I get it. I'm just saying that's an issue, is that these other teams are using the portal to fill holes, maybe not as many holes as Colorado may. Think about it. How many other teams have really gone to the transfer portal to get 5 new players?
I totally agree. I totally agree. I listen to you. I totally agree. What you're saying. Coaches are not going to sit around and allow Colorado to get better, and they're going to sit on their hands. No, they don't work like that. Everybody's trying to get competitive. They're firing coaches now in college after 2 years now. Did Willie Taggart out at Florida State. That's one of my favorite schools. So,
you definitely got to go now. I'm a Miami fan. Hold up. Put your chin out, Dr. Star. I ain't never slapped the doctor. The doctor slapped me. And also, when I was born, he slapped me, and I'm looking for him right now. So you're the closest thing to the doctor I can slap.
Absolutely, man. So
I appreciate it.
Just look at it. I think Shedeur said something very important. He said that Colorado's everybody's Super Bowl. And he's absolutely correct.
That's why people got up in arms about that. Okay, he said Super Bowl in college. Okay, my bad. National championship, conference championship. What he was trying to say was that's everybody's important game. And people lost their ish about him saying that. But again, that's because your program is polarizing. So you got to take the good with the bad.
You have to. Deion Sanders is a lot of those guys covered him, and when he was a flamboyant football player, the white establishment haven't forgotten that. He's almost become like the Muhammad Ali of college football. They want to shut this loudmouth up.
Correct.
And that's what they want to do. They don't want this becoming any more primes. Coaches coming up to shoot, acting like him, boisterous, and not pulling themselves up by his bootstraps, and cutting the front of the line because he didn't do it the way you're supposed to do it, being a grad assistant, stand up all night, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So there's some people out there say he cut the line. And he's talking like he's won something. So they're going to want to shut him up. And I think Coach Prime, I ignore some of those guys because, man, you in Colorado, man, and it's not a whole lot of people that look like you. So just keep winning. Sean, we're going to root for him. You keep, Coach, I'm going to say to get off the phone, you keep on telling the truth. People don't like hearing the truth, man. We got to get out to this emotional thing. You're telling them right. Ain't nobody going 4-8, going undefeated. It don't happen like that. That'd be an anomaly. That'd be an outlier.
It's an outlier.
That'd be the first time in history, man, that somebody's going 4-8 and win a national, go 13-0 with 40 transfers. Come on now. Yeah. You got to be realistic. So,
yeah. Like you say, can it happen? Yeah. Will it happen? Possibly. Yeah, I can go play the lotto tomorrow. Will it happen? How many of y'all play the lotto tomorrow?
Right.
How many of y'all play the lotto tomorrow? Man, I'm finna win this thing. Man, most of y'all play the lotto because most of y'all don't even play the lotto till it get in the billions. You don't play till it get to an astronomical number. But yeah, guess what? Y'all can't, you too good not to take 30 million? Oh, I got to wait till it get to 4 billion in order to play? Get out of here. I'm just having fun. But anyway, Dr. Stallings, I appreciate it, man. Thank you for calling in, man. I really do, man. Thank you. Enjoyable phone call.
Thank you, my brother. Keep on spitting out the truth, man.
Yes, sir.
Get it.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Coach. Talk to you later. Have a good night.
Anytime. You too. All right. Marie S., don't think I forgot about you. I need you to call in. Matter of fact, Black Butterfly, you could call in too. Huh? Don't act like you can't call in. Huh? Because you be in the locker room. Real quick, I want to address Go Bucks. I like Go Bucks. Go Bucks, you being here in the chat, and I see that you are a prime supporter. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I would love for you to call in one of these days, maybe today, maybe tonight. But matter of fact, this is what I want right here. See, this is the kind of logic I like. So all teams Miami play got better too. Why will Miami win 11 games? That's an awesome question. You want to know why? Because the teams that we play may have gotten better, but they're not better than us. Our schedule is we gotta have one of the top 5 easiest college football schedules this year. Let's just call it what it is. All right? People did not acquire the same amount of talent that we did in the portal. And the kind of talent. I'll put it this way. The quality versus the quantity. And that's why, in a nutshell, that's why I say what I say. Now, Can they go 1-11? Sure. Will they? I doubt it. But again, I'm looking off of what we have coming back, what we've acquired. Second year in the system with these coordinators. Returning players. I'm not getting caught up on. We got the most returning production. I'm not getting caught up on that. And the players that we have, they have a history. I can look at Cam Ward's history, including his fumbles. I can look at Damian Martinez, his history. I can look at Simeon Barrow. I can look at his history, his contributions. Right? These guys, like you said, they played significant time with starters. Sam Brown. Who I'm missing? Tyler Barron. Misha Powell. So I'm looking at the caliber and the quality of the transfers that we're bringing in, and you add that to the caliber and the kind of players we already had on the roster. That's why I come to that conclusion, brother. So hopefully that makes sense. But I would love for you to call in. I'm a Prime fan. I love greatness. So I hope you ain't talking about the Buccaneers. You say go Bucks. You must be talking about some high school team. You talking about the Buccaneers. But anyway, that's just me. I'm just talking. Are y'all comparing Ali and Dion? Maybe I missed it in the chat. I hope. Anyway, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. He said Tampa. Tampa got a high school called the Bucks. Oh. Shine. Shout out to Shine. Y'all clap it up for Shine right quick. Look, y'all clap it up for Shine. I said y'all clap it up for Shine. Okay. Shine, you made it to the kitchen. Your question made it to the kitchen, Shine. How'd that work out for you? He gonna cook you, coach. Shine, get out of here, man. Shine, get out of here, Shine. Shine, why don't you call in, man? You ain't got to show your face. I would love to hear from you, Shine. Because, boy, you be in here trying to give Coach the business. And he says, bet, Coach will wear Colorado pair by the end of the college football season. I got a bet with Dave Talks Buffs. And his bet is if Colorado's record is better than Miami's, I got to wear Colorado stuff. And if Miami's record is better than Colorado's, then he has to wear Miami stuff. So that's what it is. Oh, I agree. Now that I agree with, sure. But he was also hated for a different reason, though, Buck. He was also hated because of his social views, too. Now, we want to go there, we can. But yes, he was hated. Yes, he was flamboyant and talking and all that. But he also was very outspoken on social issues, right? And so that created a different type of hate. That's all I'm going to say. It was a different type of hate. Floyd Mayweather, I would say Floyd Mayweather kind of gets, if I had to make an equivalent, the kind of hate that Prime get. But I think to equate Ali's hate and Prime's hate, I think it's two different dynamics there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Yeah, he was called a loudmouth because he talked trash, but he's also a loudmouth on social issues. And so there's the difference. So there was a different type of hate, right? Different type of hate there. So I get it. All right, man. I guess ain't nobody else calling me. I still got old school back here. Well, Unstoppable 25, you tough. I'm gonna leave that right there. All right. Oh, God. Real quick before I do this, let me go ahead and plug this one more time. 445 in the building. Guys, come on, man. I feel like I'm begging y'all to have fun. If I was Coach Prime, y'all get it. Act like I'm Coach Prime. Look here, baby. Coach Prime got a new fantasy football league. Huh? It's $25 to get in. You win $225, baby. $50 to get you $450 and $100 to get you $900, baby. Huh? Huh? All you got to do is cash out my buddy, Coach Hayes Football. Cash app him and make sure you put your email address in the memo section. Right? 25, 50, or 100. In an hour, Coach Hayes going to send you, baby. He going to send you a link from Fan Track Sports. Right? Check your spam folder as well, baby. I'm telling you, Prime telling you. This is where it's at. You can go get all the Colorado players you like. Huh? Matter of fact, ask Rob. Rob the Man Media, baby. He won last year, and he had Shador Sanders. Woo-wee. And if you got any questions, email my man, Coach Hayes Football at gmail.com, baby. Huh? Plenty of fun. Also, the link is in the description. That's all I'm talking about. Y'all understand that? Come on, baby. Come on, it's prime, baby. Prime time fantasy football. Good night, Geniality. All right, 8377 on the line. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Prince Lemuel, the trucker.
Yes, Prince. How you doing?
Man, you don't know how bad I wanted to write you, and I was on the road, boy.
You wanted to write me? All right. Talk to me. What's up?
I can't text you when I'm driving 75 miles an hour in my truck. Hell no.
Slow down. So what's up with you, man?
Nah, I was going to answer your question because I don't know what the other callers was saying, like 8 callers before. He was crazy. But one of the main reasons why Coach Prime was upset with CBS because on 3, a brother, Philip Dukes, did a report saying that the reason Coach Prime is upset with CBS is because CBS and Coach Prime had a business deal. That Coach Prime did his deal, he did his side, and CBS didn't. In other words, they reneged, and that was the issue. And when you renege on a business deal, CBS can get sued by Coach Prime. And so that basically was the whole issue. So, I don't. Okay. You can check it out yourself. Well, Bob or Rahad or.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother. I don't know what to believe because he's and I'm not saying he's wrong, but I'm not saying he's right. He's another entity that is now giving another point of view. And I said it could be a business deal. And guess what? Now you're telling me this. I'm not saying you're wrong. What I'm telling you is that when it's this many different angles coming, I'd rather just not believe anybody and wait for the horse to tell me because it's the article, it's his son, it's the business deal now. It was Athlon Sports is bought by there, so he don't like that. See, that's the rumor mill that starts.
The only reason, right? The only reason why I said this is different because Coach Prime responded to the brother. He responded to the brother that he was like, man, hey man, some things don't need to be said. And then he said it's crazy how people can assume. And then he capitalized ASS to that tweet.
And that's why
I said this is what makes it different. Coach Prime actually responded to the brother's report.
And that's why I said I don't want to make an assumption. Only thing I did was go off of what the running narrative is. He's mad about being ranked the second worst. Then the next thing, I believe
that's not it at all.
I believe Stacy come out and said it's Athlon Sport that CBS owns Athlon Sports, and he's mad at that guy. Is this or that?
CBS doesn't own that either. I mean, a lot of this stuff has been debunked on DVR, so people listen to the program,
right?
Or Neely. It is said that it has nothing to do with the other. So if people listen, if like you said, journalists, if people look at other things, then they will see.
So there's my thing, right? I don't want to. I'm at the point in my life. First of all, I'm gonna be as honest as I can, and I don't want to sound like I'm in. But them rich people problems, dog. Like, if Prime got an issue with them for whatever, okay. But if I'm gonna talk about it and talk about it with some sincerity and being serious, I want to hear from Prime. If he never speaks about it, I'm cool with that too. If he does, then I have an understanding. And that's what I was saying. Now, here's what I will say. What is your thoughts on a reporter, right? On a reporter that's going to report for CBS, because that's who he works for, to talk football. Now, to Prime's point, he said, man, this got nothing to do with you. It's with CBS. Okay? Do you have an issue?
Well,
here's my question. Here's my question.
It's really about about respect for Coach Prime.
I know, but here's my question. Hold on.
And we don't know if he talked to him off the record, which he probably did, knowing Coach Prime. But it is what it is.
I know, but here's my question. My question is, do you think Prime handled it correctly, knowing what you know now?
I'm going to say 50-50 because I'm going to say 50-50. He could have did it a lot better, but there's a lot of things in life that we as the people could do a lot better. You could do a lot better. I could do a lot better. You know what I'm saying?
I'm perfect, dog. I'm perfect.
It is, it is. Stop it.
Oh, my bad.
No, my goodness.
My bad. I thought I was perfect. No, but here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I will say. Again, this is Coach Hayes sitting in that seat, right? If it was a business deal on the back end, that gentleman doesn't know that. If that's now I'm gonna run with this narrative. If that was a business deal on the back end, that gentleman probably doesn't know that or he does because he said that's national. I'm local or whatever he said.
Right.
I may have answered his question, but I would have been very vague, very quick just to get him out of there. However, what I would have done is I don't know if I can mix the two together because I don't know the business deal. I don't know if I can say, well, cancel all of CBS press credentials because I don't know if he has that power or does he just have to let them in? See, a lot of things I don't know, but let's just say he lets them in. Hey, I'm not taking any questions from him. Don't give him the microphone to ask questions because there's a person walking around giving the microphone so they can hear the question. So I would let it be known to my media staff, my SID, which is Sports Information Department. Hey, any of these CBS reporters do not get a microphone. So therefore, it's no issue. Now that dude may go write an article talking about they won't take my questions, whatever. But again, this is me. Hindsight is 2020. I get it. I understand. But I'm just kind of looking at this thing to say, if I have an issue with CBS Sports and something happened with this business deal, then nobody knows it's a bad deal until you say what you said to this reporter. Now you kick up the dust and everybody's like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Right. So, yeah.
But like Coach Prime said, people got to stop assuming. Just sometimes it's okay that you don't know. It's okay not to know everything.
Yeah, but you can't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't
do that in a society that we got to know everything. But I understand what you're saying.
But no, you're Coach Prime. People want to know. Why do you think? Okay, if you don't want people to know stuff, then why do you put well-off media up? Why do you go to? Because you want people to have insight. So you want so that's my thing is that I get this right here where I think Coach Prime, Like, I don't want to say it's an issue, but this is what you can't live in both worlds, brother. You want people to care and bring attention to your program, but then you don't want people to assume anything about this. That's not fair to the people. That's not fair to the people, bro. You want me to care and be engaged in your content and this, that, and the other, but then you say something like that at a press conference, like, wait a minute. Dang. And then you're supposed to just act like I didn't hear it? Come on, that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. I mean, that's not fair to the people that watch your content, right? That's not fair to the people.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
And like I was going to say also, Coach Prime also said he's okay with criticism. He's okay with it. He's just not okay when you go off or beyond the criticism. Like that reporter from, I think, Glory, Colorado. I forgot the name of that thing.
The Denver Post.
And then the funny thing is he showed up today when Warren Sapp and the wide receiver that coaches to play for Atlanta, they did a press conference. Mm-hmm. When he was getting ready to say something, they said, next question. They not taking no questions from him at all.
Now, that's the Sean Keeler guy, or is that the CBS guy?
This Sean Keeler.
Okay, so they did Sean Keeler like that, but they didn't do...
Yeah, because he showed up today.
Yeah, that's his job. He worked for the Denver Post, so he's going to show up every day. He may not ever get his question answered. But that's his job. He's going to show up every day. Think about this. Imagine if your boss told you right now, hey, man, I know you drive trucks for us, but you got to, I'm just assuming here, 10-hour shift. I need you to go sit in that truck. Don't drive it. Just sit in that truck for 10 hours. If you want your job, you're going to show up every day and sit in that truck for 10 hours and never drive it. I know I'm going to I know I'm going to Colorado and they're not going to answer any more of my questions. But he also had to calculate that too when you wrote those type of articles. So it is what it is. Just like the light that shines. Hold on. The light
difference is I'm going to say something to my boss because if it don't make sense, it just don't make sense.
I know, but
I get
right.
the point.
Yeah, but right now that's his job. Until he does what? Until they transfer him, change assignment, whatever. But right now, that's his job. Now, what they're going to end up doing probably is take him off that assignment, put another reporter on that assignment. So Prime wins. No, great win. No problem. I get it. It is what it is. But let me roll on, man. I got a few more calls from people calling in here, so this will be interesting.
I do want to respond to that caller that was 8 callers before. Going to talk about who said Charlie was a running back. Coach Prime said he's the number 1 running back.
I didn't want to argue. I didn't want to.
I'm like, dude, you a Colorado? I'm like, dude, you a Colorado fan and you don't know that? Yeah. Dude, he's been playing first offense all since the camp started.
I know,
like, what are you watching that?
I know,
that shit just made me mad.
But ain't he the same one say? Hold on, but ain't he the same one say he watched Well Off Media?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm like, come on, dude, you don't watch a damn thing.
Bro, that's why everything don't need a response, brother. Hey, be safe out there on that road, man. Dog, take your time.
You ain't never lied, brother.
Take your time, man. Be looking for your next call, brother. Thank you, man. Yes, sir. All right, 2922 coming to you. You like what I did? 2922 coming to you. Call or talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hello, Coach Hayes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Who am I speaking to?
This is Varian. From Orlando. I'm here with you in Orlando.
You in Orlando. All right. Varian. Are you going to the Colorado UCF game?
You know what? I'm going to be in Vancouver when that game happens. I so hate that I'm not going to be there, but.
Well, will you be here Friday?
I'll be on a business trip.
Will you be there Friday? Prior to the game?
No, I will be in Vancouver.
Okay, I didn't know if you were leaving on that Saturday.
So I'm gonna miss it. I hate that.
Well, tell your boss. Tell your boss, Coach Hayes said you ain't going on that trip. You going to the game.
Well, fortunately, I am the boss. I own my business, but
all right.
I have a commitment.
All right. I'll let you slide this time. All right.
Yeah.
So talk to. I'm glad you called in. Thank you for calling.
Oh, you're welcome. My question is, you had asked a previous caller, like, did he think Coach Prime handled the situation the correct way? Mm-hmm. And so I'm curious, what is the measurement for the correct way?
It's really no measurement. I just like to see people's opinion. Like I said up here, before I said anything, I always said, Coach Hayes, this is Coach Hayes speaking, or this is Coach Hayes' opinion. there's really no right or wrong way. The reason I asked the question the way I did was because that is exactly what's happening. Some people saying, oh, he's a crybaby. Oh, this guy did like this. Oh, toughen up. Or some people like, yeah, he gave him what he wanted to do. So I just want to see his point of view on what it was. What is the measurement? I don't know if you can quantify the right or wrong way. It's all opinion based. It's all opinion based. So I just want to see where he was leaning. That's why I asked him what I asked him. But let me ask you, do you think he handled it the right way being a business owner? Do you think he handled it the right way?
Well, that's my position, that in this instance, I don't think that there is a right or wrong way. There's a way that you choose to do it. And with anything that we do, guess what? However we choose to do it, then there is an impact of that. And so as long as you choose all the impact that could be possible, it can be the right way for you. I don't think that there can be a measurement of if it's right or wrong. I think he did what he wanted to do, and I think he has the right to do that. Now, some people would say, oh, well, that guy didn't have anything to do with that. They're absolutely right. And it's no different than when you work for any type of brand. You represent the brand, and you are part of the brand when the brand does something that someone doesn't like. You can't be separate when you want to be separate.
That's fair.
And then I thought about even scripturally, there's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about God will punish the children and the children's children of the parents' sin down to the third and fourth generation. So the parent company is CBS. That's his parents. Guess what? He got punished for something his parents did that he had nothing to do with.
I can go. You said you should name Varian?
Varian, yes.
Yes, okay. So Varian, I totally understand where you're coming from. I don't have a problem with that if, hear me out, if that was the article, right? But now we're talking about a business deal. See, that's why I said, I don't know how long you were watching the show. I think you've been here for quite some time, but I don't know what the issue is. So it's hard to say what's right, what's wrong, because every reaction is different based on every scenario. Is he talking about CBS? Like, I think Stacy was her name that said, well, that's the Athlon guy. Okay, then I understand where he's coming from.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't even matter what the situation is.
I think it does. I think it does.
Every situation is going to feel to each person differently. So it doesn't even matter what the situation is. Now, depending on the situation, then each individual outside of Coach Prime may say, well, I wouldn't feel that way about that particular situation, or I will feel that way about that particular situation. So that's the only thing we can actually say. But it doesn't even matter what the situation is. Obviously, whatever the situation was, it was enough for Coach Prime to do what he did. We don't have to understand it because things impact individuals differently. So what people are wanting to know the situation so they can decide if it was okay. You don't get to decide that. You don't get to decide what I do. Now, I have to accept consequences, ramifications,
there you go,
impact. I have to accept all of that comes from what I choose to do. But you don't get to decide if what I did was right or wrong, or if it was warranted. And I think that's what people forget. And it's okay for you to say, that's not what I would have done. That's not how I would have approached it. We can all say that. But to say he shouldn't have done what he did, none of us can say that. Because we just think about all the things in our lives where we have responded certain ways, and we've had people in our lives who looked at us and said, you know what? I don't know why you did it like that. I wouldn't have done it like that. But we felt convicted about what we did, and it didn't matter what anybody else thought.
That's true. And what you're saying, you're 100% right. We all have consequences, whether they're good or bad, based on our decisions. Every decision we make in life has a consequence, whether it's a good consequence or a bad one. There is a consequence. People kind of tend to say consequence is a bad word, but it's not, right? If you do this, then A will happen. If you don't do this, then B will happen. So I get what you're saying. Here's my next question then, Varian. He now responded to people assuming to the situation, but don't those people have the same right to assume what's going on?
Absolutely. They can assume. That doesn't impact him. I mean, if he chooses to clear it up, he can. If he just chooses to go with people assuming and they think what they think, that's fine too. But absolutely, people can do whatever they want to do. I'm not trying to manage adults. They can assume, but if you're intellectual, you understand you should go even into assuming with responsibility. I know I'm assuming, and I know I don't know. But people go into assumptions as if it's fact.
Well, because
because
the assumptions,
I'm going to own it. I'm going to say I'm going to make it an assumption, and I know I may not be right.
And Varian, that's great. But here's what's funny about the internet: as I learn this thing every day I learn something new. Whatever comes out becomes the gospel, right? And unfortunately, people don't fact check things or whatever, right? For example, right, when this came out, I was clear to say, I don't know why he's mad at CBS, right? And then some people in the chat was like, oh, because they wrote an article a day or two ago. I think it was Mr. Hillsman said that a day or two ago that he was the second worst coach. So now, if you saw their news channel, CBS News in Denver, did a whole piece on it talking about that's why he was mad, right? That was CBS News, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was a CBS News channel. So the entity in which he's talking to comes out and says, I may be wrong, but I think I'm right, because the guy was standing up in front of this big video board and they replayed it or whatever that says that's what he was mad at. And that became the running narrative. And
right. I hear what you're saying, but here's the thing. If you're emotionally intelligent enough, the biggest flex is watching people be loud and wrong.
No, I agree with you. But the problem is we don't know, if CBS comes and said, you're right, but then that's what people come to take. I'm not saying, I don't have, like I told you tonight, I don't have an opinion. If Coach Prime never speak about it, guess what? Coach Hayes going to wake up tomorrow and do what I got to do.
Right.
However.
I'm talking to you. You're sensible. No, I'm talking about all the people out there that's not sensible.
Oh, I know. Trust me. I know. I told you, yeah, but I appreciate that. But I'm just saying that when you live in this world, and you're famous and you're a celebrity and you're at the top of your game, every word people hang on, and they're hanging on it for positivity and negativity.
No, you're right, but that only matters if Coach Prime cares about it. Now, if Coach Prime comes out screaming about people assuming, then that matters that he didn't clear it up. But if he doesn't care about people assuming, that doesn't matter.
Well,
we don't have to cower to popular opinion.
Agreed.
Unless it matters to you. And so until it matters to him, he doesn't care what popular opinion is. You're absolutely right. People will take the narrative. Most people will not research anything. I am flabbergasted by the amount of information people take at face value and don't do their own research. I'm not one of those people. When I'm speaking, if my mouth is open, my brain is working.
Ooh, talk to him, Varian. Talk to him.
I have done research.
Yeah.
It's but most people don't do that. You're absolutely right.
And those most people are scared to say?
I'm
sorry, but most people are also scared to say they don't know. Everybody wants to say that they know. Like I told y'all, I've never read a Sean Keeler article. So when I do these shows, I ask people in the chat so I can kind of know where I'm gauging, what I'm looking at, what's the tone of what's going on, because I have so many, and I'm not trying to say this like a downplay, but there's so many other things going on and I know everybody has things going on in life. I said that before. We got lives too, Coach. I'm not saying that. I was just saying that with all of the different things, I can't keep up with a Sean Keeler from the Denver Post. I just can't. So that's why I don't have a problem with asking for help if I don't know something.
But that's understandable. That's wisdom. That's wisdom, because the Bible says to speak on things that you don't have all the information on is not wise. And so that's wisdom that you're doing that. I had not seen an article, heard an interview of Sean Keeler before Friday. After that press conference, you know what I did? So I could have an opinion that actually was informed.
There you go.
I went and listened to a few of his interviews that he did about Colorado. I went and read articles from February. I went and read so I can have an informed opinion. Most people don't do that.
Got you. I love it.
And so it's I think the more, and I am a Coach Prime fan. I'm a Colorado fan, but I'm not in the Colts.
You're not a Colt member. You're not a Colt member, Varian. You're not a Colt member.
I'm not a Colt member, but I am a card-carrying fan member.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's
Nothing wrong with that.
But I just wish people would just do more research and then it's because even with Sean Keeler, I agree with what you said earlier. about, Coach Prime puts himself out there. He opens the doors via all of the video that we get to see. And so there are things that come with that. You're absolutely right with that. And I think what also the media has to get accustomed to is they're no longer just on one side of the street where it's a one-way street anymore.
Right.
They have had decades and decades of being the only ones who ask the questions. They controlled the narrative.
That's
because
right.
nobody else had the ability to get their message out. And I think now the media has to reassess and understand, write whatever you want to write. Yes, say whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. But then you need to be prepared for challenge, because it's not like the days of old anymore, where you get to do that in a vacuum. Right. And you're not going to be challenged on it. So they have to prepare differently. Yeah, write whatever you want to write. You can say whatever you want to say. Just be prepared and don't go forward with the thought process that it's not right for you to be challenged. We are in a new space. Athletes, everybody they have their platforms where they now have a voice. Right. And so now they are not afraid to do things that they used to be afraid to do. So you got to act accordingly as the media.
Can I ask one last question before I get to I got Lexus on the line. I got two ladies on here. All right. So real quick, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
If you don't mind. So in saying all of that, do you believe that journalist or the journalistic integrity, I mean, it's two-part, is falling? And second, why?
I do believe that the journalistic integrity has fallen. And I believe that because they are no longer the only source. And so now they're competing with you all. They are competing with all of the YouTube creators. They're competing with all of the athletes who now have podcasts. They're in a different competition. And so, like you said earlier, they're doing whatever they can to maintain attention, because attention is the currency. And before, it's almost like, when you go to the government, a lot of times the government customer service is different, because guess what? It's the only DMV. So they don't care how long you wait in line. They don't care how they talk to you. They don't care what they do, because where else are you going? You're not going nowhere else to get a license. You got to go to the DMV.
Hold up, Barry. Hold up, Barry. I'm cutting you off. Y'all clap it up for that. Listen, hold up. I ain't never thought of it like that. And that's why I be so pissed when I do the government entity. Because they are the only ones that you can go to. So you can't pick the alternative. You know what, Varian? You know what? I know your business is successful. That's right. Talk to her. I don't know what you do and whatever, but I know it's successful because, you know what? When you think like that, you know what? Like, man, let me go ahead and sit back, relax. You got it. Welcome to the Varian Show.
That's funny. But no, they're the only game in town, so they can treat you however, and you're going to just sit there and take it because you can't go anywhere else to get your license. However, when you go into stores where there's competition, they're trying to be nice. They're trying to have great customer service. You know why? Because they're not the only game in town. For many decades, that was the media. If you wanted to get your story out, if you wanted to be noticed, if you wanted to be able to be seen across the country, around the world, you had to bow down to the media. And so they did things differently then. Now it's like, oh my gosh, everybody with a phone, everybody with cameras, they have as much access as we do. So how do we maintain more attention
or more access? Right.
You're absolutely right. Or more.
That's why Publix so nice to me when I go in Publix.
Yes.
Because they don't want me to go to Winn-Dixie or Aldi's.
Right. Or Whole Foods. I'll say Whole Foods for Publix, because Publix is gonna be better than Aldi's and Winn-Dixie, but they don't want you going over to Whole Foods, or they don't want you going over to Fresh Market. So that's why they walk you to, when you ask them, "Do you have this?" They walk you to the aisle. They don't point you to the aisle.
That's right. Listen, I worked at Publix was my first job. I was a bad boy when they had pink shirts and blue pants. But let me tell y'all something. I've never had a bad experience at Publix. Where shopping is a pleasure. Where shopping is a pleasure. Can I tell you something, Varian? And I'm going to get to Lexus here. I'm going to tell you something. I had to look on. I thought I saw another call come in. I think there's a dude in the back room, like a big muscle-bound dude, that if they ever catch one of those employees acting up, they're going to take them back there and whoop them. And
Probably.
I've never seen a person at Publix have a bad day.
Mm-mm. And you know what? They charge us hefty for that too.
Oh, of course they do. Oh, of course they do.
We pay for all that great service. We pay for all that great
You got to
service
pay for that muscle bound dude in the back room cracking his knuckles ready to bust some head. Wow. You know what, Varian? I'm going to say this to you. I thank you for this phone call. I enjoy having sensible phone calls, conversations. Coach learned something. Hopefully you learned something, maybe just through the show or even on this call. But this is the kind of conversations I like to have. You know, the other guys, they're entertaining too. But sometimes I enjoy this because it's a conversation of substance, right? And it makes sense and you can talk about it. And there's some things we agree, maybe disagree on. I don't know. But we all learn from each other. That's just how I like it. I appreciate this.
That's the way of the world. If we all agreed on every single thing, it'd be boring. So yeah, I catch your show when I can, and this is my second time in the last week or so catching it live. So I was like, let me go ahead and call in. So thank you for taking my call.
Yes.
Hey, Lexus, I remember hearing her all the time last year.
Yeah, she finna get it to me though. Yeah, she finna get it to me. So real quick, we do this Tuesday. I'm Tuesdays every Tuesday night. At I'm just say 9:00 right now. But anyway, great call though. I appreciate it. And I don't know you, but if you see me in the street, holla at your boy. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I will.
All right now.
I will. Thanks, Coach Hayes.
Anytime. Bye now. All right, man. That was a great call right there, man. Shout out to Varian. I see you in the chat all the time. And great call, great information, and a great point of view. I think that I ain't think about those dog. When I go to the DMV, boy, I'm finna get them the business. I know I can't go nowhere else to get my license. If they want to act stank, I'm going to act stank too. I just be there a little longer, I guess. Maybe I shouldn't do that. But Varian told me, she just told me, I can act like I want to act. So I'm going to go in there and cut up. Now I got a certain consequence. Might get put in the back of the line and beat up for 7 hours to get my license, but I'm going to cut up because Varian told me I could cut up. Yeah. And that's what she said. That's what I took from that call. I'm just playing, Varian. All right, let me get hold up. Let me get a little sip of cane juice here because it's going to be a long call. Hold on. Lexus.
Hey, Coach Hayes.
Hi, Lexus. How you doing?
How you doing, honey?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. I just wanted to call and say hello at this point because the last caller kind of pretty much said everything I was going to say. What was her name again? She was wonderful.
Varian.
Varian was out of sight. She
really was
correctly, and she spoke what she should have spoken. People don't have to, they can tell you everything they want to tell you. They don't have to tell you nothing if they don't want to. You don't like it, don't watch. The end. I mean, I'm a woman, so I even watch these crazy.
Yes, you are, Alexis.
So I watch them.
Oh, sorry.
Reality shows. And do you not know that there are people on reality shows that get on those shows and then they say to themselves, I don't want people to know my business. It's like, you don't want people to know your business, but you get on a live television show that's about telling your business.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, are you serious right now? So you get that stuff all the time where people get out. They don't mind getting the camera and talking what they want to talk and saying what they want to say. But there comes a point where they'll draw a line and say, oh, I ain't going to tell you that. I don't care what show I'm on. You not knowing that, you don't know that information. So if Coach Prime chooses to do that, just say, you know what you did, and that's all he's going to say. He has, like the late previous caller said, he has every right to do that. Mm-hmm. And if you want to be a digger or an investigator and go dig out and try to figure out what was said or find it, because maybe it's out there somewhere, who knows? Mm-hmm. Then you can do that. And then you have every right to speak to it, and he can't stop you.
That's right.
But everybody, not just Coach Prime, everybody has the right to say what they want to say, cameras or no cameras, and not say what they don't want to say, cameras or no cameras. The reality show taught me that, not Coach Prime. Because these people get on this show all the time and they'll tell you real quick,
I ain't telling you that. Now that part of my business will not be on the air because I'm not telling you.
I can agree
And they're
with
getting
that.
the check too.
Let me ask you a question, Lexus, if you don't mind. I ain't talked to you in a while.
Sure.
I was getting a little, yeah. I almost said something else, but all right, I'm back. You had thrown me off a little bit. Stop it. But here's what I'm gonna say to you. Do you believe that there's a saying that says just because you can doesn't mean you should? Do you believe that's a real statement?
Agree.
Okay. So in saying that just because you can doesn't mean you should, that takes some judgment, right? And
agree.
Yeah, so you can do things, but doesn't mean you should do things. Here's a perfect example. I use this all the time. I'm gonna go way left field, but just follow me.
Okay.
You ever seen these people? They call them police audits, where they go to the police station and take pictures of the police station to try to trigger a response from the officers. I don't know if you ever seen that. I hate them. I hate those YouTube channels.
Actually, you telling me something I don't know.
Yeah. So there are people in this world who will go stand across the street from a police station and film the police station. By law, they can do that, but doesn't mean they should do that, right? There are people who will go film at a nuclear plant somewhere from a legal distance, but or standing on legal property, like they are legal doing this, but doesn't mean they should do it. Because you don't know what's happening. Are you filming for a recon? Are you trying to get undercover? There's a lot of things that people don't know. However, by law, they're right. Doesn't mean you should. I say all that to say this. Sometimes in life, we can say certain things, but it doesn't mean we should. But if you do say it, just know that these things happen. I'm not talking about Prime in particular, but just know what comes with those things, right? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what happens with celebrity. And I think the problem is we as people that may not live in that particular world, we say that very freely, but people hang on to every word that celebrity said, and especially in that light when you are leading men, you are leading groups of people. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Or am I going too far?
I understand what you're saying. I just have a problem with people that's hanging on to anybody's every word, anybody less than Jesus. And that would be everybody except Jesus. There's no person on this planet that can say any words that I just hang on to their every word. I don't care how well they speak, how eloquent they are, how much truth they tell. They can be right 95% of the time, because nobody's right all the time. And I still will not hang on to their every word. And you spoke about people could do something, but should because legally they can. Well, there are people, coach, that do stuff that's illegal.
That's right.
That they shouldn't do.
That's
correct. We can go all day talking about that. People drive drunk. I mean, sloppy drunk and get behind the car. Many people have died.
That's right.
People driving drunk.
That's right.
They still do it anyway.
That's correct.
So Jesus will come before that issue is solved. So we can go all day with that. I'd rather hear Coach Prime or anybody else. Forget Coach Prime. I'd rather hear anybody speak on what they want to speak on, not speak on what they don't want to speak on. You don't think them housewives don't piss me off when they don't tell their business when I'm watching the show to hear their business since they got on the show? But, they don't care what I think. If they decide this is where the buck stops and I'm not telling this on the air, then that's where the buck stops and they not telling it. Right. And unless, of course, the people that pay them get involved and say, if you don't tell it, you're fired, I guess. And then they want to keep their job. Unless that's some kind of push in that area, they don't do it. So we can talk all day about people doing stuff that they shouldn't do, legal and illegal, for that matter. You speed, you probably speed a lot. And if the police don't catch you, you good. People say, my brother used to drive. I have a brother that used to drive. Thank God when he got married for having children, he got some sense. He used to drive like a complete nut. You know what he used to say? It ain't illegal unless you get caught. That's not the truth. It's illegal, period.
Right.
Just because you don't talk don't mean it don't mean you're supposed to be driving 75 and a 35 miles on.
Right.
Just because the police out there don't make it right.
And so
you're still wrong.
And again, I'm saying this just to spark conversation as well.
Yeah.
But I think Unstoppable has a good point. Unstoppable 25 says this. Then he should not be offended when the press writes what they write. So, because they have a right to write what they want to write, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent.
He should be offended if he's offended. Just like the reporter has a right to be offended by what he said to him if he's offended. You can't tell me how to feel about it. I can if you say something to me right now that you don't know whether or not it offends me, and I say to you that offended me, and you can say to me, "Oh, Michelle, get real. Come on now, Lexus, that wasn't offensive." But you can't tell me what's offensive to me, what's not offensive to me. To me, it is. So he has a right to be offended by whatever is written, just like that reporter has a right to be offended by what he said to him. You can't tell that reporter how to feel, just like he can't tell Prime how to feel. He can say, "Okay, Prime, that was wrong," or he can get on whatever show he get on, or he can go right and say, "I don't appreciate the fact that Coach Prime cut me off and did not allow me, didn't want to answer my question, didn't let me ask the question." Well, however he feels, he has every right to feel that way, and Coach Prime can do nothing about that. Just like Coach Prime has every right to feel how he feels. He can't take people's feelings.
I get it. I totally understand.
What may be offensive to you may not be offensive to me, and vice versa.
I get it. I totally understand it. That's why I said I didn't necessarily have an issue with. I don't personally have an issue with what he said in regards to the guy with the beard. What was his name? Sean Keeler. Because, like you said, those articles are this, that, and the third. And again, it's all subjective, right? At the end of the day, we all make our decisions about, to your point, what offends you doesn't offend me. What offends me doesn't offend you. And so that's the world we live in. And when you're in these kind of roles and when you're in these public domains like the head coach and you're dealing with a bunch of fans and I tell people the thing about football or sport in general, your boardroom is on television. Real quick, Varian says she owned her own company. Her boardroom is not on TV.
All right, Varian, you work.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't mad at her.
Awesome.
But guess what? Her boardroom is not on television to be scrutinized. Just like Steve Jobs from Apple. I know he's passed away, but I was just saying, use him. Bill Gates. Let's use him. Bill Gates. Okay. Bill Gates. His boardroom is not on television to be scrutinized about the new product that's coming out. How many times his boardroom is not on television? How many computer programs have failed before Windows 11 actually was a success? So there's nobody there to scrutinize it. Does that make sense, kind of what I'm saying? But when you deal with sport and entertainment, your boardroom is on TV every Saturday. And that's the difference between this world and the business world is, like I say, hell, we saw Elon Musk go out there talking about this Cybertruck. It got bulletproof window. They threw a rock through the dang window. Huh? Or whatever happened. They broke the window. He looked like a fool. But imagine how many times I'm just saying how a lot of things are behind the scenes. And at the end of the day, you get to see the nice, shiny product. But in football, you get to see the process of the product. And people are there to scrutinize it. And that's the biggest difference. But yeah, shout out to you.
Yeah, but that's why I compare that similarly to a reality show, because for a season, and football is a season as well, so for a season, every single week, you're out there in the public being filmed for what you do. Supposedly it's supposed to be reality. I'm starting to wonder about that too, but anyway, that's just my thought. But it's supposed to be your real life. That's why they call it a, quote, reality show about what's going on. At the same time, if you watch those shows long enough, you'll see there's not a person on that show yet that haven't said, listen, the buck stops here. This won't be on air, this particular part. And you be like, what part? What you talking about? Of course you want to know. Right. But they don't want to put it out there. And if they don't want to put it out there, again, unless, of course, They're contractually obligated to do so, or told by the people that hired them, if you don't put it out there, you're fired, and they want to keep their job.
That's right.
Then they don't have to, unless of course they're pushed in that vein. They don't have to, and so they have a right to put out what they want to put out, even though they hollering about they don't want their business out there, even though on the show telling their business. So you go figure, but they don't. Certain things they are saying, lines drawn in the sand here. I will not talk about that.
Yeah, I'll say this. Let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Oh Lord, I know you're gonna get mad at me, but I see Sheila from Colorado. Well, I got the ladies in the building tonight. I got Varian, I got Lexus, I got Sheila.
Oh, no, that's good.
Hold on, check this out.
Thing.
I got a business owner in Varian. I got a Lexus that drive a Ford, and I got a Sheila that make a doggone red velvet cake gold.
No, boy, I'm Lexus drives a Lexus. Hey,
oh, my bad. My bad.
Don't hate on my vehicle. I'm gonna put a 305 on it when y'all play y'all first game against the Florida Gators. If you lose, we gonna have to have a whole nother show, because I'm gonna have some things to tell you. How about that?
How about this, Lexus? When we
win,
lose
that game.
When we win,
you worry about. Worry about what Coach Prime said. You worry about that game against the Florida Gators. That's what I need you to concentrate on.
Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow.
Not lose that one.
I got one for you. If we win when we win the game, you got to paint the left side orange and the right side of the Lexus green, and put a U in the middle of that thing.
My Lexus is red, and I'm not putting nothing orange or green on the Lexus. Okay. However, I'm gonna have my 305. You better go pump ups in the air, kick they behind Miami Hurricanes on, and y'all better not disappoint. That's all I got to say.
Well, how about you put?
About the wrong thing.
How about you put Hayes? How about you put?
They doing about taking care of these Florida Gators.
How about you put Hayes 305 on the tag with a Georgia peach on that thing? How about that?
No, we're not gonna put Hayes 305 on the tag.
I ain't asking for a tattoo. I'm just asking for a license plate. I ain't going that far with you.
I'm putting Coach Prime on the tag now. That's what I'm talking about. Coach Prime on the tag. That's look better. I'm just teasing, Coach Hayes. I ain't putting nobody on my tag.
One thing about y'all ladies, boy, y'all love to hit below the belt. Boy, I tell you, soon as
No, I just want y'all. I'm just calling you. I really just called you to say, hey, because Barry had said everything I need to say it. Y'all need to quit tripping about what Coach Prime say. That man has every God-given right.
That's right.
To say what he want to say and not say what he don't. And you have every God-given right to feel however you feel about it.
And get called a hater. And get called a hater at the same time. I'm loving it, Lexus. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, I love Coach Prime. Ain't too much of nothing he can say except denounce Jesus that'll make me stop loving him. I'm a huge fan. But I, like Barry said, please understand I'm not a part of no coach. Because ain't nobody that special. Okay? So
yes, ma'am.
I'm a huge fan of his. He say stuff sometimes get on my last nerve. Every time I won't listen, I haven't listened to some of them videos that I can't tell you when. I want him to get on the football field and play some freaking football. That's when I'll watch. When you want my attention, get on the field, strap up, and play some football. All that other stuff.
Hold up.
About that stuff.
So stop that. You talking about Coach Prime gonna be out there with guns on the football field? Lexus, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that
with
on here.
Guns.
Yeah. You told him.
I hope he has some guns in the form of football players.
You said get on the field. No, Lexus. Hold up. I'm not gonna let you do that.
To be all right with me.
Lexus, I'm not gonna let you come on here and say Coach Prime gonna be on the football field strapped up and play a game.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not gonna let you say.
I hope I hope the players he got gonna be strapped up, because I don't know. I have not been watching no videos, so it ain't gonna matter no way till he get out of the field. I will not allow you to say them players gonna be out there on the football field strapped up with guns, because they need to be strapped up with something, because I need them to win. You don't want to see them to win. You don't want to see them in them tight pants. Let me get out of here. Georgia, they can beat anybody they want to beat, as long as it ain't Georgia. I'm good. I heard that. And I need you to beat Florida. I'm just asking you to win one game. Can you do that? I need you to beat Florida. If I gotta go out there and strap up with a mouthpiece, one cleat, and half a thigh pad, baby, I got you. You better. I'm cheering hard. What's the date of that game? I'm gonna make sure. August 31st. August 31st. 3. What you mean glued to a TV? You gonna be Coach Hayes' guest. You're gonna be my +1 at the Waffle House with the TV. We're gonna be watching it together. Okay. Candlelight waffle. Honey. A candlelight waffle. I'm gonna give Miami Hurricanes the pleasure of me screaming and cheering for them the way I cheer for Georgia. This one game. They better take advantage of it because they ain't gonna have no more now.
Let me get a CANES Canes. Let me get one right quick before you go. CANES Canes, Lexus.
Say what?
Let me get a CANES Canes. You got to say it fast like that.
I ain't gonna be doing all that. I tell you what. I take it back. August 31st. Tell them to give me a reason to say it. Then I'll say it. How about that?
You too difficult.
You got to earn it. You ain't UGA, so you got to earn that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? How about that?
Yes, Lexus. All right, let me get a Sheila on here, and we're going to make it happen. Tell you, boy, we're going to have a candlelight.
Right,
I can't wait for this candlelight dinner at the Waffle House.
Because I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yes,
so
it has been a minute.
I haven't talked to you in a while. But, honey, I'll go back in the chat and listen to these other wonderful ladies. Honey, you do have a wonderful ladies' night. Barry was off the chain. So I just called to say amen and speak to you. That's all.
All right. Sheila coming to pull up the rear. Bye now. All right. Bye. All right. Lexus in the building. Oh, she hung up. Okay. What you know about that, Marie? Huh? The candlelight, a candlelight dinner at the Waffle House, watching the Hurricanes play while we got them hash browns with cheese on them. Stop playing with your boy. Oh, man. Sheila from Colorado, and then we're going to finish it off with a gold red velvet cake. Talk to you, boy, Sheila.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm mad at you, Sheila. Can I tell you why?
Yeah.
I ain't talked to you in a long time, and I was starting to worry about you.
No, I just had to take a break because y'all doing all that in the kitchen and debating, and that's not my cup of tea. So
you don't like when I be barbecuing them cats?
No, I just don't like all the back and forth and all that stuff. So
I'm sorry.
I just can't. I don't like that. So that's not for me. So I just kind of like took a break from all that because I figured I was gonna wait until like the season started and we can talk about some football, real stuff, that facts, and instead of all that other stuff. But I just was sitting here and I checked in because I'll check in, but if it's all that, then I just go about my business and do something else. But tonight I happened to check in when Varian was talking and she made some really good points, and then Lexus called and I was like, you know what? I'm going to call too and just give my 2 cents on that whole subject because it's not a but the thing is I agree with what both ladies said. It's like he can't. The thing is that this guy, Sean Keeler, let's just start with him. He's been doing that since Prime got to Colorado last year, 2 years ago, whenever it was. And it's all attacks, personal attacks. It's not about, let me write about football and the team. And he called him a false prophet and just all kinds of personal stuff. Right. And at some point, he never responded to him. He always answered his questions. He's always been at those press conferences. He always do shooting kind of questions at those press conferences to try to get some kind of negative response out of him. So I think at some point, you have to call people on their stuff or they'll just keep doing the same thing.
Sure.
And he called him on his stuff. Mm-hmm. And he sat there like a little chunky vanilla wafer or whatever, and didn't respond. He was, and Coach Prime wasn't mean. He just said, "Why do you do this? What did I do? What did we do? You always coming at us negative." And when he said, "Well, where am I negative today?" He didn't say, "When have I ever been negative?" He said, "Why am I negative today?"
No, I agree.
So. That man, he a man. He can't just let people just keep dogging you out and then come in and say, "Happy summer, my man," when everybody, like, "Happy summer, my man." Like, that's that passive aggressive kind of crap. And so,
call that man a vanilla wafer.
For him to be offended,
that's funny.
Huh?
I said, you call that man a vanilla wafer? That was you being nice? That's funny. I ain't mad at you though. A chunky.
Yeah, but
she said a chunky.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
chunky
and
vanilla
then we
wafer.
say, well, he shouldn't be offended. He should have thicker skin. He should do this and he should do that. But he doing what he feel like he needed to do to bring some awareness to this guy that, you know what? I'm tired of you trying to play in my face with this nonsense, and I'm not doing that with you. So, you know, people are offended that he called them out. You know, so what? They offended. Just like people are offended that he called that man out, he can be offended that that man wrote negative articles about him.
Yeah, like when it comes to the Sean Keeler guy, I did not see anything that Prime did wrong or said wrong. His tone wasn't wrong. He asked them questions. He just asked them questions like what? And again, you're in that area, so you're probably more, you know, of course, the internet, so everybody has access, but you're probably a little bit more tied in or more dialed in than I am when it comes to him. And I don't know, I never heard of the guy until then, right? I never heard of Sean Keeler until I didn't even know who he was until that press conference, and then until they turned the camera, like I guess they had another camera angle showing him asking the questions, because you know when Prime is on the stage, you just hear the voice and the camera's always on him. So, I mean, you know,
yeah, and you know, in CBS stuff, you know, nobody knew what the issue was. Everybody assumed that they knew what the issue was,
right?
And so, and like Lexa said, and like the other lady said, he don't have to tell us nothing about that. Right. He just said, I'm not answering any questions from CBS. That wasn't mean. He said, no, I'm not answering any questions from CBS. So I don't get it. It's like everything he does has got to be some analysis or some reason why. And the majority of it, let's just call it what it is because he's a flamboyant guy. He's a black head coach. He's going to do his stuff the way he want to do it. And a lot of the Denver media is upset because there was just another guy, this big guy or something. They're upset because he won't come on these little shows that they have and talk to them but that's because they've done the same stuff. They talk about him. So why would he go on their show or even answer questions from Sean Keeler when he know all they do is talk about him? I wouldn't do it. Would you do it? And people say, oh, but he's a head coach of a P5, P4 football team. Well, hell, Donald Trump was the president of a zillion people in America and running for president now, and he say all kind of crazy shit. But I'm sorry, but don't nobody, you know. But people still think he walk on water. Give me a break.
Oh God, Sheila, I know some of the stuff we doing here you may not like, but baby, don't stay away too long. You understand me? You too.
Hey, I got you. I just can't deal. My life, I'm a retired woman taking care of my mama. I ain't got time for all that back and forth stuff.
I heard
that is just hullabaloo and
all that malarkey
stuff.
All that malarkey.
All that malarkey, I just don't have time for it. It makes my brain hurt.
Yeah, I understand.
So, but you know, but that's it. I just don't want to listen to that stuff. But anyway, so that's just my point. I just think that we, you know, Coach Prime is going to be Coach Prime. That's who he is. He's not going to change it because, like I think another guy was saying that he popped up at the press conference, and he can go to the press conference, and he can be there, he can stand around, and he can gather information from all the other questions, but they sure stopped him in his tracks today when he was trying to ask a question. They was like,
yeah, see, I didn't see that
question,
today.
they said, boom, boom, next question.
Yeah. And
we ain't dealing with you.
Yeah.
Because it's not just Coach Prime that he's been dogging. He's been dogging the university as well.
Okay. So he's the local, right? Is the Denver Post the main article? I mean, the main newspaper there?
It's the only one. And there was two. One was the Denver Post and one was Rocky Mountain News. And they're both, well, the Rocky Mountain News was more liberal if you will. And the Denver Post has always been more conservative and quote unquote semi-racist newspaper. So Rocky Mountain News went out, because even when they had them, when I back in the day, I would always get the Rocky Mountain News. Not a lot of people read the Denver Post, but now that Rocky Mountain News, I don't even think a lot of people even read the printed version of those newspapers, because who's gonna go through a whole newspaper looking for stuff like we used to do back in the day?
You know, we used to cut out them coupons. You know, we used to cut out them coupons, Sheila. Cut it out. You know, them Sunday.
Yeah, cut out coupons and read all the comics and go to the sports page and pull it out. But that, I mean, I don't know if anybody still gets those. Maybe older people that don't have access to the
I don't
internet.
even think they print them anymore. I don't think it's worth. They're not printing enough newspapers, in my opinion. I don't know if they're even printing enough newspapers. If it's even worth their time to run those machines for this small amount of newspapers that they're printing. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat knows. I have not seen a real newspaper in forever.
You know, the only newspaper, like when I was working and I was traveling a lot, I would always get the USA Today, because it was an easy read on the airplane. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And you could pull out little sections and read stuff like that. But I don't even know if they still print that.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you last time. Yeah. I said I couldn't tell you last time I even picked up a newspaper, probably in 10 years. But,
well, I know it's been 10 years for me, at least. Yeah. So, because that's how long I've been retired at such a young age.
How you retire at 30? I want to know what you did.
Hey, man, I was working since I was 15. No.
Okay.
I retired at 50 years old. 52.
All right. I'm trying to beat you then. I'm trying to retire at 50. So I got a little ways to go. But I'm going to get there.
Yep, I retired at 52. So, but, you know, I just sit and I listen and I look at all this different stuff. And I don't think that even in that entire press conference that he was just very rude. He was rude or anything, even to the CBS guy. He wasn't rude to him. He just didn't answer. He just said he wasn't answering their questions.
No, I got you.
And he had, you know, so we make it seem like he was rude, but he wasn't rude. And I think one of the things that I wanted to say
I think it was shocking.
You were talking to a
I think it was more. I think the part with the CBS guy was shocking because it wasn't expected. Now the Sean Keeler guy, people, if he would have went to Sean Keeler first, people wouldn't have been shocked. But I think because the CBS guy shocked it, is like, where's this coming from? I think if Sean Keeler was the first one, people would have known where it was coming from. And I think that's the issue, because think about it. As soon as you do that to the CBS and the guy's like, I'm not, he said, that's national, I'm local. He said, look, you are who you are. Now people's minds are going in overdrive to figure out, what is he talking about? That's just a natural reaction, right? But if Sean Keeler, who everybody seems to know has a history of what he does, and let's say Sean Keeler was the first on the mic, and he said, hey, man, Sean Keeler says, man, you don't like us. Most people wouldn't have been a big deal. But because you had CBS and Sean Keeler in the same press conference, that's probably why it got even bigger than what it was, because the CBS was kind of from left field, if that makes sense. Because think about it right now, tonight, I got 5 different answers of why he's mad at CBS. 5 different, but I only have one answer of why he's mad at Sean Keeler. Because everybody knows why he's mad at Sean Keeler. But I got 5 different scenarios of why he's mad at CBS. So I think it was kind of like left field.
What does it matter? What does it matter?
It doesn't, but Sheila, you have to understand, like, it doesn't necessarily matter. But remember, this is sport and entertainment, and Prime is polarizing. So when he says something, it does something. People are like, huh? Like what? Like what? Like what? You understand? So when he told the guy, hey, I'm not doing CBS, blah, 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 everybody like, huh? What happened? What happened with Prime? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I get that. I think that's a natural reaction. It may not mean anything to you. It may not mean anything to me. It may not mean anything to Lexus or Varian or whoever. But for the world to watch, that's why it matters. Just like saying, what does well off matter? It doesn't to certain people, but to everybody else, it means something. So it all depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Hell, I think Love and Hip Hop is the devil's television show. But apparently, I'm in the minority because a lot of people watch it.
And that's fine. You know what? That's fine because there's a zillion TV shows. There's a zillion YouTube. I mean, zillion. I'm exaggerating.
I know what you mean.
Know what I'm saying?
Sure.
There's tons of TV shows, news shows, YouTube channels, Twitter accounts. Everybody got a different opinion, and some of it matter to us, and some of it don't.
Right.
And that's okay.
Right. And that's okay.
So,
but I just think it was shocking. Okay. I just think it was shocking.
And trying to figure out why people feel the way they feel about something, it doesn't matter to me. If they're offended, then they're offended. I mean,
because people
it is what it is. It might something that offends you might not offend me, and that's for the whole world. Because like I said, Coach Prime is a coach at a quote unquote, per Paul Feinbaum, irrelevant place.
Yeah.
So he's just a coach at an irrelevant college football up in Boulder. Donald Trump is running for president and was president, and he gets to say whatever he want to say. Some people like it, some people don't.
Right.
But I don't hear people just trying to make him stop saying what he's gonna say. They get mad at him, but he still do it. So I don't see the difference.
I get it. I understand what you're saying. I totally listen. Some people like Pepsi, some people like Coke. That's just what it is in this world. And I'll just say this. I don't know where you work, but you work somewhere, and I work. It's just like when you find out Sally and John went on a date from accounting. They did what? Tell me about it, girl. But that's just natural. Does it really matter? Probably not. But people being people out there peopling. Like, that's just what it is. That's part of entertainment too. Like, what happened? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But does it matter?
Yeah, and people will continue to people. People have been peopling since people were peopling on earth. So,
and they gonna people after we finish peopling, they gonna be peopling.
That's right. And they're gonna still be people, and they're gonna be peopling in a different way than what we peopling right now.
Already.
Because we people are different than everybody else people before us.
I heard that. Hey, Sheila, real quick before I let you go, they say you're going to be the College Football Fantasy League champion this year, and you joining the league. Is that true?
Nah, I can't do that, man. I got too much other stuff on my hands.
Oh, you ain't want to take our money. Okay. Marie S. says she's going to join.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could beat y'all, but I got too many other things happening.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have time because I'd have to be, like with me, if I got in there, I'd have to be reading up and looking up folks and understanding where they are and what they do and what they can't do. And
just get the whole,
I don't have time
all you do is get the whole Colorado team and be done with it. It's done. Oh.
I can't do all that jazz.
I got you. I'm just messing with you.
That fantasy league, don't you have a draft and stuff?
Yeah, you just draft all the Colorado players.
Yeah, but what if somebody else already drafted?
I'll make sure they won't draft them. I'm the commissioner. I'm the commissioner.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, commissioner.
I am.
Yeah, and they'll be on your case. They get out of your league because you got some backroom stuff going on.
It's all good. Everybody else doing
it. But don't say it out loud because, some people may be offended by the fact that you're trying to set it up now.
Only for you though, Sheila. Only for you. I won't do it for nobody else.
Yeah, that wouldn't be like you was talking about fair. That wouldn't be fair to the other folks.
Life ain't fair, Sheila. But it's all good.
There you go. Remember when you said that fair for Coach Prime to do that to that guy from CBS because he didn't have nothing to do with it? Or he didn't know nothing about it? Life ain't fair.
It is.
So,
So anyway, let me run, Sheila. I got old school back here. I've been really contemplating if I should let him on. And I really
let him on. Let him on. But if he get out of hand, then you just do him like Coach Prime did Sean Keeler. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, you know what? I like that. I like that, Sheila. Right at the 3-hour mark, we finna get off of here. 123 in the building. Y'all go ahead and hit the like, share, subscribe button. Sheila, thank you as always.
All right, Coach. Have a good one.
You too.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Bye.
Yeah, bye now. All right, we got Sheila on here. Marie says, Coach, I don't know the first thing about fantasy football. I love watching football, but that's it. Well, just give me your money and I'll play it for you. How about that, Marie? Send me $99.99 and I'll get you in to the fantasy. But wait, there's more. You get 2 fantasy leagues for $99.99. I'll put you in 2 $50. I'll pay the penny. But wait, there's more. And I'll send you a link and a Poor Little Timmy shirt. I'm just making sure. Anyway,
Hey, what's going on? I'll tell you, congratulations, man, on that 40,700, boy. You can talk now.
Man, you coming to the kitchen, dog?
Well, I told you, I stay in the kitchen, boy. I'll tell you, I'm smoking right now.
That ain't what I asked you. What I'm asking you coming to the kitchen?
Hey. Are you listening to me, bro?
My question to you was, are you coming to the kitchen?
Yes, please. Can I order something?
Oh, we're going to make it fresh for you.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, I want my eggs scrambled, and I don't want no pork. You got anything like turkey?
We're going to make all your meals.
Or some beef sausage.
Listen, we're going to make all your meals with fluoride. Make sure we hook you up.
All right. I'm telling you something. This is about that hookup thing. I'm telling you, be real careful about me putting these people to your Patreon and just sit up there and tell them you running things over there, boy, and then they pay their money into it. You don't want to turn out like our boy did.
That ain't got nothing.
Got it all messed up. So you be real careful with your mouth.
All right, dog.
How you run your business.
All right. So anyway, back to y'all. See, this is why I say you can't give people a chance, dog. You can't give them a chance. That man sat back there. We've been on the show 3 hours and 2 minutes. He probably been back there for 2 hours and 55 minutes. First thing he come off, talk about subscribers. He my Sean Keeler right there. That's my Sean Keeler, right? So when I go off on him, well, Coach, why y'all do him like that? See, why y'all don't say, Coach Prime, give Coach Sean, give Sean Keeler a 10. Y'all don't feel bad for him, but y'all feel bad for this dude. Sit back there and listen to everybody, and here we go.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm the bad guy. Yeah, I apologize. Hey, can I tell them why I'm such a fanatic fan about CU? Can you before me that little bit of time without cutting me off, young man? Why I'm so downhearted and why I love them, why I love CU so much. And how come you didn't explain to that lady when she had asked about when she made a comment about why people don't respect Coach Prime like that? They don't even call him by his name. Why you just say, look here, lady, a lot of people don't do that. I don't even do it. I call him Prime all the time. I call him Dion all the time. You just like the media. And that's why the media don't like CU. The media don't like CU. They don't like they don't like that picture of the players thing. They did that back in the 80s. You don't know that because you were just born in the 80s. I apologize. They did that with McCartney. You know that. You're smart. You know that. McCartney did the same thing. He had to ask, this was before the internet, fool, and that's why you don't know it. You an idiot. I mean, well, I'm sorry. I ain't going to call you idiot, but, jump to the fact, you don't know. You say it all the time. I don't know. I don't know. Only thing you know is Coach Prime's speeches about everything else you don't watch.
Old school.
But you still make your judgment 6-6.
Old school. You don't like me. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this, old school? You don't like me. Why are you doing this? For real. I'm trying to find out. Like what can I do to help you? Why are you doing this, old school? I'm saying, why are you doing this? You need somebody to talk to? You need help? They got places, dog. Why are you doing this? So it's funny that when I'm Coach Prime and he's Sean Keeler. Now Marie say, old school, give him a little patience. You know old school like you, coach, but y'all don't say that about Sean Keeler. Man just came on here and called me an idiot. But I'm supposed to have some patience, Marie? Come on now. I told you, parasites. This is what parasites do. They come in and their purpose is to kill the host. And once that host dies, they hop off and go find another host. That's the only way they live. I tried. I really did. Only thing I asked them one question. You gonna come to the kitchen? There you go, Varian. Hilarious. You got the same responses. I'm Coach Prime and he is Sean Keeler. I'm gonna tell you a secret, Varian. Watch this. I'm gonna unmute him and he's still talking. Watch this. Watch this.
Hey, who would know a parasite better than a bomb? I'm telling you, boy, you eat out of everybody's garbage can. Yeah, you know parasites when you see one.
See? He's just lonely. He need a dog or a cat or something. I didn't hear him call you idiot. He talked fat. No, he called me idiot because he even said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I tried. I love this right here. I love that name. God saw beginning and knows end. I saw the beginning. I know how this gonna end. I'm not finna be a part of that movie. He can go play on other people's channel. But it's entertaining though. Watch this. You don't stop talking. Watch this.
Well, I'll tell you, boy. Go ahead on, Poke Jimmy. Poke Jimmy. Poke Jimmy. Go ahead.
I want to buy him a puppy. I might buy him tickets to the CU game. I want to help him, dog. I want to give him a hug. Probably not. Breath probably stink. But I want to help him. There's something wrong with him, dog. And I don't even talk about him like that. He been sitting on the phone for 3 hours. All the other callers I put in front of him. He's still on the phone now. Watch. Prime example.
I'm sorry, Miss Ella. He just won't stop. I want him to stop, Miss Ella. I'm sorry.
Mental health is a real thing. I'm not saying this jokingly at all. I'm being dead serious. That you'll sit back here for 3 hours. Just and y'all talking about stall him out, coach. No. Because guess what? My channel get tore up. Guess what? Y'all can go somewhere else too. I love y'all. I love to talk sports. Varian, great conversation. Alexis, great conversation. Everybody. Sheila, great conversation. Thank you, Varian. Why waste my time? Like, I wouldn't mind going to the kitchen and but you can't have a debate. You want to know why? This is why you can't have a debate. Watch this. And
Hey, Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes, look, I'm do that when I call you Coach Hayes. I do that respect because I know you conduct your.
The man back there just talking to himself. Sad. I don't know why he don't start his own YouTube channel. People will watch. But anyway, with that being said, I can't waste no more time on that guy. Hey, all love, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all go check out Hayes Street. We do that every day at 7-ish o'clock. Tomorrow we got the Miami Hurricanes. My man Mansa Musa might call in. He from the 504, baby. So he gonna see what's going on. We're gonna talk a little bit about it, man. We're gonna have some fun. And the season is right around the corner. 12 times in the fall. 12 times in the fall is when it get for real now. So we're going to see what's going on. All that other stuff is great. That's the flour. That's the garnish. We want to get to the meat of this thing, man. Let's make it happen, man. But anyway, I appreciate everybody that called in. Thank you for everybody that came by, hung out with me for a little bit. And we'll definitely make things happen. And with all that being said, Coach Hayes will catch you at the 50-yard line. And y'all check out UCF. I started a UCF segment too on Thursday. So we're going to start talking UCF football. I said, why not? I'm right here in Orlando. They literally in my backyard. Come on, man. Why not? So peace to you. Appreciate you. We out of here. Well, almost hit the button, Marie, for the $10. Go Buffs. Appreciate you, Marie. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We out.